What is good? What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Pick Six channel. And today we will be watching the Green Bay Packers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles in Brazil. And we here in SoCal, man. I don't know how the weather is out there in Brazil, but it is hot out here in Southern California, man. It's what 115, I think, was the high today. So we got Friday Night Lights. The first time since Black Friday of last season that the NFL is going for a Friday game. So this should be interesting. Two top NFC teams, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, two young quarterbacks going at it. Should be very interesting, man. They're going for the kickoff right now in a little bit. And shout out to Brazil, man. They actually did the USA national anthem too, along with their anthem, which I've never heard before. And it's pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. And it looks like a pretty packed house over there. And the Packers will be wearing green in that stadium where you're not supposed to be wearing green. So that in of itself is a storyline for Brazil. Right now, they're showing Matt LaFleur and Nick Sirianni. You know, I like Matt LaFleur more as a head coach over Nick Sirianni. But, I mean, both are still two really solid head coaches to have. You know, LaFleur is just one of the best minds in the NFL in general. So here we go. We got the new kickoff rule. Second time we're seeing it in the regular season, which honestly, so far, I haven't really noticed a difference. The only difference that I've noticed is that touchbacks are still the same. And now they're getting it from the 30-yard line. That's the only difference I have noticed for this new kickoff rule. But here we go, man. We will be kicking off in just right here, right now. First game in Brazil for the NFL and for American football. All right, here we go. Just waiting on the kickoff, and we are underway in Brazil. And it is kicked in the end zone. And there is a flag on the play. So that should be a touchback, which should be taken to the 30, but there also is a flag. So we got to see what that's on. I'm not sure what it was on. They haven't really specified yet. Let's see. Could be an offsides or something weird like that for a kickoff. So let's see. Illegal formation by the kicking team. So the Packers will take the ball at the 35-yard line. Already pretty good field position. You know, that's a very good spot. So here we go, man. Jordan Love. This is a very hyped up Packer team, and rightfully so, man. I mean, Packer fans should feel really hyped up about this. So we got 1st and 10, first play of the game. Jacobs in the backfield. Love hands it off to Jacobs, the first play, and he is stuffed. That is a loss of about 2.5 yards. His first play as a Packer didn't go too well. So we got about a 2nd and 12 coming up for the Packers. I wonder how the Brazilians feel about the Packers wearing green there. You know, I know it's a bit of a controversy. So here we go. 2nd and 11. I thought he lost a little bit more, but it must have been a little bit of forward progress. They have a man in motion right here. Love takes a snap, throws it for about a gain of 3. So that should take it to about a 3rd and 8 for the Packers. I should have done my homework here. I should have got to know the players and stuff like that. I didn't really do much research on them, but I'll be doing this for multiple times this season, man. I should be doing it for every Steeler game, so I should have more knowledge in those ones. But now we have a 3rd and 6. Love alone in the backfield. Has motion. Jacobs going to be there right there with them on his right side. Got 3rd and 6, play clock winding down. He takes a snap, has time to throw it, and he has a completion for the first down. That's a good gain of about, what, 15? Good play for the Packers right there, man. Oh, the Eagles defender just slipped on that one. But nonetheless, the Packers capitalized. Number 87. I should have figured out who these players were, man. That's on me. All right, so we got 13-11 left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, and he breaks off one tackle, and then he goes down for a gain of about 4 there. I'm actually watching this on my PlayStation 4. And yes, I still have a PlayStation 4. Because they're showing the games on Peacock as well. And the Eagles have actually avoided wearing the color green pretty much in total. I mean, the only green that they're wearing is the numbering on their jerseys. All right. We have a 2nd and 6 going on here. Play clock starting to wind down a little bit. And that's another handoff to to Jacobs. Why did I say Daniel Jacobs? Josh Jacobs. And he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So we got a 3rd down for the Packers here. Pretty decent drive. All right, they have a quick snap. Love has time, throws it downfield, breaks a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Packer touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Is this coming back? Nice play by the Packers, but will it count? We're possibly looking at history here with the first touchdown in Brazil. Looks like it's coming back. The refs are trying to figure out how they're going to mess this up. Let's see. It's taking a while, man. Sirianni. "12 players on offense?" They say 12 players for both sides of the field? All right, that was weird. All right, so that play offsets those penalties on both sides. So that leads to another 3rd down for the Packers here. How does that happen? 12 players on the field for both teams. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. In my this is my 15th season as an NFL fan. I've never seen that before. Here we go. 3rd and 6 for the 2nd time straight. Love takes a snap. He has time. He throws a deep ball, and it is incomplete. Tried to go for the end zone. Couldn't get it there. And that will lead to a 4th and 6 for the Packers here. Will they try a long field goal? Or are they going to try to go for it? I wouldn't go for it at this situation. You know, didn't have a terrible opening drive, though. Just kind of unfortunate with that penalty. There was a little bit of contact there that could have possibly been a PI, but they chose not to throw a flag there. The Packers look like they're going to think this one through. Which on a 4th and 6, that's pretty risky to go for it. It's just weird, does Nick Sirianni always look kind of pissed off? Yeah, that's insane, man. I've never seen a 12 men on the field for both teams, for both sides. Maybe they thought the rules in Brazil would be different. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy, man. So we got 11:47 left in the first quarter. Still a lot of time, and the Packers have already used a timeout, which, I mean, in the first half, I don't think you're trying to preserve your timeouts too much anyways. You know, as long as you don't waste your timeouts in the second half. So here we go. 4th and 6, and they're going for it. This is a questionable call in my eyes. Maybe they're trying to get him to jump off sides for a shorter field, for a shorter field goal, I should say. No, they're going for it. And there's another flag on the play that might have been a false start. That looked like a false start on number, 50 from the offense. Let's see. And the Packers had guts to try to go for it. A false start. Yep, false start on offense. So now they're going to punt it. There's no doubt about that. Very shocking that they were going to try to go for it on 4th and 6 there. I would have much rather have kicked a long field goal than to go for it on 4th and 6 from that side of the field. Maybe that's just a blessing in disguise for Green Bay there. But all in all, not a terrible drive for the Packers. I know you don't end up with any points on the scoreboard, but can't really complain there. I wonder what the capacity of that stadium is. It looks like a decent size. Compared to the rest of the NFL stadiums, it looks about a little bigger than the one that they have in Jacksonville. And the punt is away. And he's calling for a fair catch. And it bounces out at about the 6-yard line. Let's see how generous the sideline guy is with the camera angle. Just clearly cuts away. Looked like he got dropped down at around the 6. All right. So now the Eagles should be taking over for their first drive of the game after the commercial break. And look, man, last night's game was very good. Okay. The Chiefs and the Ravens, 2 top teams in the AFC. I like what they're doing. They're doing some really good matchups in week 1 already with the game last night and the game tonight, and even the Sunday night football game for Sunday night, obviously. They're doing some pretty marquee matchups already to start the season, which is pretty cool. But the way that game ended, by a toenail, man. By a toenail. I couldn't imagine what that felt like for the Raven fans. Because I know if that would happen to the Steelers, man, that would suck. It would. But all in all, it was a pretty good game. It delivered. I was afraid that it wouldn't because I don't know why. A lot of opening week games seem like they're not all that good. I think the worst one was in 2019 when the Packers faced the Bears. That was a really boring game. I think the Packers did win that one. And the Packers didn't even win the Super Bowl that year or the year before. I think they were just doing that because it was the NFL 100 year or something like that. So, yeah. And also for Sunday's Steeler game, I'm going to put a post up, just to let you guys know that I will be going live for it. I know this one's kind of last minute, but yeah, we're doing this, man. I did kind of get a little bit of practice in like a month and a half ago. I did it with one of the old Steeler games, so I'm still learning how to do this. This is the first time I'm even going live on YouTube too. So as far as me by myself and me controlling the whole thing. Wow, 63 degrees in Brazil. Man, I wish we had that weather out here right now. Yeah, that stadium doesn't look too big, man. Which is crazy because I know a lot of soccer stadiums are huge. Oh, damn, and they're doing a whole watch party in Green Bay and at Lincoln Financial Field. So here we go. Eagles' first drive of the season. Starting off at the 10-yard line. You got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Man in motion. Ertz looks like he sees something in the defense. We'll see. And it's a toss to Barkley, and he slips. And it's a loss of about 5. Oh, that is not how you want to start the season off, man. Oh. I wonder if they're using real grass. Yeah, see, it looks like they're using real grass. Yeah, that just happens sometimes, man. Man, they're playing in some perfect conditions, though. I'll say that. And from what I understand, it's like 10 something p.m. over there. It's pretty late at night. Hurts on 2nd and 15, throws it from his own end zone, and it is incomplete. Trying to get it to A.J. Brown there. Incomplete, and that will give a 3rd and long from the 5-yard line. Wow. 3rd and 15 from the 5. This is not a situation you want to be in for the Eagles. So let's see. The Packers punter did a really good job in downing him, man. So here we go. Hurts throwing it from his own end zone once again. Pressure's coming a little bit. Tries to get it. Intercepted. He's to the 30, to the 25, 20. He might have a shot at this. Oh, couldn't break the tackle. He's down at about the 19-yard line. Big play for the Packers right there on defense. And that crowd sounds like it's rocking, man. I was told that there's a good amount of Packer fans in Brazil. I was told that. Oh, the safety picked that one up. I would have just ran the ball at that point. 3rd and 15 from your own 5. You're kind of in a crappy situation there, man. I would have just ran it and just accepted the defeat right there. You'll live to fight another down, you know. Now the Packers got it from, what did I say, the 29 or 19? Shoot, I forgot. That was a good return, though. Here we go, Packers in a good, it was a 19. Already in the red zone without a play. Love alone in the backfield. Pressure comes right away, and Love goes down for the sack. All right. Both defenses trying to make a statement here. If the Eagles could limit the Packers to 3 here, that is a win. All right. Oh, yeah. There was just no one on them. Good play right there from 53. And the Eagles get a penalty on them. That's an automatic first down. What was the penalty on it? I couldn't. Well, there goes that good play for the Eagles. Eagles looking a little rusty here, man. So the Eagles are technically the home team, which is why they chose not to wear the green jerseys, and which is why the Packers had no choice but to wear them. Here we go, 1st and 10. To hand off to Jacobs, who couldn't get anything. He was hit right as he got the football, man. That is a loss of about half a yard. And these running backs haven't had any success yet. Oh, the flag occurred after the play. Okay. But I wouldn't have thrown a flag there. That's just me, though. All right, so we got 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line. 9:40 left in the first quarter. Packers got a man in motion. It's a play action. Love has time. He throws it. Little dunk off, and there's no gain there with another flag on the field. Let's see what this one's on. Looks like they're going to call holding on offense. All right, so that should move back the Packers to about the 29. Let's see. Let's see if this is a legitimate holding call. Yeah, that was holding. Most definitely. And even with that holding, I mean, Love didn't have that much time to throw anyways. So now we got a 2nd and 20 for Green Bay. Oh, you got to capitalize on this chance, Green Bay. All right, Love had some time, and they drop it. That could have been an easy gain of about 7 yards. Couldn't hang on to it. What's good, Andrew? So now we got a 3rd and long for the Packers here. Man, they had to capitalize on this short field, man. They got it from the 19-yard line, and they've lost 10 yards this drive so far. They looked a lot better in that first drive, man. Let's see. Play clock starting to wind down. Man in motion. Love gets a snap. Just a little dunk off to Jacobs, and Jacobs turns it up for about a gain of, what is that, about 7? And that's going to bring out the field goal unit. They couldn't capitalize on the short field, man. They had it from the 19-yard line after the pick. So they'll just settle for 3. That's a big win for the Eagles there. Hey, how do you feel about the Cowboys' chances this year, man? And Dak Prescott. Here we go, 31-yard try. Their kicker's number 44. That's a little strange. And the kick is up, and the kick is up. They get a chip shot field goal here on a short field. So it's now 3-0 Green Bay. I'm gonna try to get the scoreboard on here. Let's see. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, man. This is my first time ever doing a live. So we got... Okay. Of course, not showing it. All right, that's good enough, right? Yeah. Now they got commercial break. Yeah, man, for the Cowboys, I'm not sure, man. They did get CeeDee Lamb, which is cool. I mean, he's one of the best receivers in the league right now. Definitely top 5. I don't know if Dak's the man. I don't know if he's the man, but there still needs to be change. Maybe get rid of McCarthy at the end of the season. I think the Steelers will be okay. It just depends on how Fields or Wilson does. They just need to be good. They don't need to be great. They need to be good. You know, they don't need 30-plus points every game like the Killer Beast used to do. And as long as they're consistent offensively, I think they should be all right. The defense is good enough to keep you in the game. So, I mean, I see a lot of people down on the Steelers this year. I do. But I'm optimistic, man. Am I saying that they're Super Bowl contenders or Super Bowl favorites? No. But hopefully they could get a playoff win this year. That's all I'm hoping for. A playoff win. And as Steeler and Cowboy fans, I think that's what we're both hoping for. At least one playoff win, right? But I'm still not convinced whether or not Wilson's the guy or Fields is the guy. All right, so we got kickoff coming up. I'm not liking this new kickoff rule. It really hasn't changed much. The only thing that's changed is more penalties, man. 8:26 left in the first quarter here. It does look like a packed house over there in Brazil. All right, kickoff is underway. Let's see if there's a return here. All right, there is going to be a return. Oh, muffed it up. He's returning. He's got it to just the 15-yard line. I mean, he was just trying to get possession of the ball for the most part of that return. Nice kick by Green Bay. Those are the types of kicks I was expecting for them. Yeah, both our teams, man. We'll see. Realistically, man, I think both our teams probably need to draft a quarterback next season. I'm just saying. But who knows? Maybe Dak turns it up this year. Maybe Fields or Wilson turns it up as well. All right, so we got 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Barkley in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, who gets it to about the 19-yard line for a 3-yard gain. There's still not that many returns. I mean, last night, did we even see a kickoff return? If I'm not mistaken, I watched the entire game. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't see one kickoff return. The only thing that has changed so far is that there's the touchback is to the 30-yard line. So we got 2nd and 7 here. Hurts in shotgun with Barkley right beside him. Throws a little pass to his tight end, and that is a gain of about half a yard. So that is a 3rd and medium now for the Eagles. But yeah, man, there's not really much difference. Hopefully at some point it does, there are more returns, which is what the NFL or what us fans are hoping for, but nothing's changed, man. All right, we got Hurts over here in shotgun. 3rd and 6 at the 20. There's a fumble on the field. Who's got it? The Packers have it. Wow, there was a miscommunication right there between the center and Hurts. And it's Packer ball. The Packers have it short field once again, man. Wow, the Eagles are looking a little off tonight. Yep, Hurts wasn't even expecting the snap. He was still in the middle of his cadence. What's going on with the Eagles? But the Packers haven't capitalized either. So 2 turnovers and 2 drives for the Eagles. Sure, as a Cowboy fan, you're liking this, man. All right. So now the Packers have it at the 13-yard line. Short field once again. And it's a handoff to Jacobs, who just passed one defender, and he takes it to about the 5. There is a flag on the play, though. Man, why is there a bunch of flags when the Packers' offense is out? And there's another holding call for the Packers, so that would be going back. Man, both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot. More the Eagles than the Packers, obviously, but this is already the Packers' second short field. And they get their second holding call. So now they have a 1st and 20. Just a little less than 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Packers up 3-zip. All right, we got Hurts in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Does a nice little pass. Oh, he hurdles over a man, and that should be a gain of about 11? Gain of about 11 for 2nd down. Should be 2nd and 9. Man, Green Bay, they would have done that type of play. The play before, man, they would have been 2nd and 1, but now they have a 2nd and 9. Hey, man, they haven't played good since they completely fell off since that Niner game last year, man. That was really it. And I know the Cowboys beat them too. And the Packers get about another 9-yard play, 10-yard play, so that should be a 3rd and short, about 3rd and 1. Oh, yeah. That was a nice zip by Love right there. So it should be about 3rd and inches, depending on where they spawn it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Last night's game was really good. I was afraid that it wasn't going to be good. All right, so we got 3rd and 1 here. You got to run the ball with Jacobs. Let's see what they do. Or they might do a little play action boot. They do hand it off to Jacobs, and he's stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. So now the Packers have a bit of a dilemma here. Do they want to go for it on 4th and 2? Or do they just settle for another field goal? Honestly, I'd probably go for it here. Yeah, shoot, they're going for it. Might as well. I mean, the Eagles haven't shown any life offensively. So here we go, 4th and 2. They got Jacobs in the backfield right now. I don't know what's up with my Siri. And they hand it off to Jacobs once again, and he looks like he might have gotten it. Let's see where they mark it. It's very close. I think he might have gotten it. They're gonna say he got it for the first down. That was very close, though. They might bring the sticks out for that one. Yeah, that's the play. That's the exact play that you would want to do if you're the Packers. Couldn't agree with that more. I'm trying to get into college football. I did watch it last week. I know FSU, they they got upset the last 2 weeks, which is kind of funny. I am a USC fan though. I do try to watch all their games. And the Packers take another timeout here. They've taken 2 in the first quarter already. Yeah, that's really the only team I keep up with is SC, which they had a big win against LSU on, was it Sunday? Was it Sunday? Yeah. So that was cool, man. That's probably like the biggest win SC's gotten in a long time. But I'll try to keep tabs on it a lot more, you know. My work schedule is a little bit better. Last year I didn't even get to watch much NFL games, to be honest with you. They're showing Jacob stats last season or his last 6 seasons. Pretty solid running back Josh Jacobs is, man. I mean, he's not top 5 in the league, but he's definitely up there. Notre Dame, the rival. They typically have a good college football team, you know. I know enough college football to know that. All right, so they got 1st and goal here from the 3-yard line. Love throws it to the end zone, and he's got it for a touchdown. No, incomplete. He couldn't hang on to it. And there's another flag on the play. What is going on here? It's only when the Packers offensive pass interference. The Packers offense is shooting themselves in the foot right here with all these penalties offensively. That was a good play for the Packers, though. It was a little cross route. Oh, but that might have cost them the penalty, though. Good idea by LaFleur, though. Man, so that's what? 1st and goal from the 14 now? Let's see. Oh, 1st and goal from the 13. 3:53 left in the first quarter. And it's a play action. Love throws it, and that's a gain of about 8. So now they pretty much got the yardage back in one play. So now they got 2nd and goal at the 5. Hey, man, this has been a pretty ugly first quarter so far, man, by both sides. Well, maybe not by the Packers. They're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot with all these penalties. But the Eagles just, I don't know what's going on with Philly right now. All right, let's see something, Jordan. Another play action. Love just throws it away. Didn't have much time to throw it. So now it's 3rd and goal at the 5. Hey, for a short field, this is actually a very long drive. Oh, he could have had his guy in the corner of the end zone over there. Yeah, no, it was better that he didn't throw it. All right. Packers need this one, man. They have to punch it in the end zone here. See, Love in shotgun formation. He has time to throw it. Does throw it, and he couldn't hit his man. That is an incomplete pass. Now you got to bring out the field goal unit, man. You're not going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 5. Man, Green Bay. Maybe. I mean, NFL refs are a little, they have to play along with the script, man. So here we go. 23-yarder, another chip shot for the Packers here. And the kick is right through the uprights. Perfect. Right down the middle. 6-0 for Green Bay, which is a loss for the Packers in reality. But even though they're struggling, still got the lead. So can't really complain there. I think both these teams have a really solid shot at taking the NFC, especially the Packers. As long as they don't do what they're doing now, they should be a true contender in the NFC. Eagles, they fell off, man. They did. I mean, they've been good. They have been, but since the end of last season, I mean, they haven't shown anything. They really haven't. I mean, have they even won since that Niner game? I think they've won, one game since then? I mean, just a disastrous team so far, man. And they did lose some players, man. Losing Jason Kelce is a huge deal for the Eagles. Yeah. And the last drive, they started from the red zone. That is not how you want to have a drive end, man. And because of costly penalties offensively. But, I mean, Eagles have shown precious little as well. So, we'll see. But you don't want to keep a team in the game regardless, no matter who they are. Especially when you have an opportunity to close it out. Or not close it out, but to extend that lead, It should be at least 10-0 right now. And that's being generous because they both have had short fields in those drives for Green Bay. But the Eagles do need to get it together here, man. They seem all out of sync right now. So I feel about Notre Dame so far this season, man. I know they're typically good for college football or in college football, but I'm not sure how their team lines up this year. SC, man, they're in the Big Ten now? I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to be a great season for SC, even though they beat LSU. The Big Ten ain't no joke, man. They couldn't beat the top teams in the Pac-12 last season, so I don't know how they're going to fare with the top teams in the Big Ten. All right, we got kickoff here. Let's see if there's a return. And it's to the back of the end zone, and the Eagles will take it from the 30-yard line. Top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Patrick Mahomes is one. All right. And it's won by a long shot too. Unfortunately, I don't like to say it, but it's by a long shot. And then the rest, I'm not sure the order, but Lamar's definitely got to be up there. Who else, man? I'd throw Joe Burrow in there when he's healthy. Trying to think. I hate to say those two names because they're in the AFC North. All right, we got 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 30. Hurts takes a snap, throws it to his tight end, and that's a gain of about 4. I'd throw CJ Stroud in there. He's on the rise too. I know I'm praising the Houston Texans a lot, and so have a lot of people. But I mean, he was just a rookie last year, and he led his team to the postseason like that, and won a playoff game. So I think CJ Stroud is going to be the guy for the Texans for years to come, man, and possibly even take the Texans to their first Super Bowl within the next few seasons. So we got 2nd and 6 here with 2:24 left in the first quarter. It's a handoff to Barkley, who gets stopped for a gain of about 2. And then the last two, or The fifth spot, that's tough, man. You could throw guys like Josh Allen in there. Have I not said an NFC quarterback? I don't think I've thrown in an NFC quarterback in there. Jordan Love is good. He's really good, but I don't think I'm ready to throw him into the top 5 just yet. I feel like I got to see more from Love. Okay, so we got 31 right here for the Eagles. Hurts in the shotgun. There's a flag on the field, but the Eagles do get the first down. He gets a nice little slant route to A.J. Brown for a gain of about 9-10. But let's see, there's another flag, man. I feel like I've seen a lot more flags than I did last night already. Maybe I'm tripping out. Notre Dame going to be the same, no change. We'll see, man. I mean, I know they typically have a really good team. Oh, shoot. Who is the penalty on? All right, so that was a penalty on the Packers, so they declined it. All right, the Eagles are starting to move the ball. Fakes it, the handoff to Barkley, and Hurts gets about a yard on the run, maybe 2. It's a little option route. All right, Eagles looking like they might do something here. We'll see. Trying to think of that 5th spot for the top 5, man. Stafford's still a really solid quarterback. You know, I think he's kind of underappreciated. All right, we got 2nd and 8 here from the 48-yard line for the Eagles. Hurts has time. He throws it. Receiver makes a man miss, and he gets the first down, man. Nice route for number 6 on the Eagles. I should have studied the players and stuff like that. But yeah, now they're starting to move to chains. And this is not what you want if you're the Packers. Now they're going for a hurry up. Yeah, this is not what you want if you're the Packers, man, because you had a chance to be up 2 possessions here. They don't have to run a play. They will. That's a little screen pass, and that is a gain of about 9. Yeah, man. This is not what you want if you're the Packers. Now it looks like the Eagles are starting to hit that rhythm, hit that stride. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why teams like USC and UCLA moved out of the Pac-12. It made no sense to me. It really didn't, you know. But I guess they feel like they could go up against those top teams, which SC did do good against LSU. I didn't expect SC to beat LSU. I think a lot of people were surprised by that. But, I mean, they still have to go up against really good teams like Penn State. I'm pretty sure they have to go to Michigan to play Michigan. That's going to be very rough for SC, man. And a lot of those crowds in the Big Ten are insane. Those atmospheres for college football, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. So that's why I think SC is going to have a bit of a down year this season. So, and a lot of teams that switched over to the Big Ten from the Pac-12 might not have the season they think they are. I'm just throwing that out there as well. That's just my thought for college football, man. And that's for someone who doesn't know college football too well. I'm trying to get into it a little bit more, though. So we'll see. I know they did extend the college football playoff too, though. Which I didn't like the format that they had it in before. I thought it was kind of trash, only having 4 teams make it. And it was kind of, you could be undefeated and not make it. Yeah, that's my point. I don't know why USC, they couldn't beat the top teams in the Pac-12 last year with Caleb Williams. And I know they got a new defensive coordinator, and The uh, defense did look a lot better for USC last game, but it's going to be tough, man. You're facing a different beast in the Big Ten compared to the Pac-12, man. That's what it is. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I want to be wrong. I do as an SC fan, but it doesn't look like it's going to be great. They could potentially get more wins than losses, but in college, what you get 2 losses and that already pretty much eliminates you from contention. So not expecting much from SC this year. All right, so we got the start of the second quarter. Eagles have it 2nd and 1, finally getting the ball rolling for Philadelphia here. They're on the Packers side of the field at about the 34-yard line. In shotgun formation on 2nd and 1. It's a play action. Hurts does have some time. Rolling out of the pocket, and he just throws it away. Pressure is getting to him too much right there. All right. Now, 3rd and 1, just run the ball. Just run the ball. Rookie of the year player? You talking about Caleb? You know what, man? I'm not too sold on Caleb Williams yet. All right. I got to see him play in the NFL. Oh, here we go. Eagles are going to try to tush push. Let's see. Without Jason Kelce, did he get it? Looked like he might have gotten it. It might have been just short. I don't know. Looks like they're going to mark him short. They mark him short. The first tush push without Jason Kelce. And they are short of the first down. Wow, that's the new Philly special right there. Hold on, I'll get to this Caleb Williams situation. They look like they're going to try it again, though. Tush push 2.0. Let's see. Oh, they got him to jump off sides. Wow. First down for the Eagles without even doing the tush push. Yeah, I'm not convinced on Caleb Williams yet. He hasn't played it down in the NFL. So, is he a talented athlete? Absolutely. He is. All right. But I wasn't like I'm not going to go off and say I was like a huge Caleb Williams fan, even though he played for USC. But he has been the best SC quarterback in quite some years. I'll give him that. I'll give Williams that. All right, Eagles have it 1st and 10 from the 27. And it's a handoff to Saquon, who turns it up the field and gets about 12 on the field for about a first down. Yeah, Marvin Harrison, I could see that, man. But it also when it comes to receivers, it also depends on the quarterback too. You know, like okay, I'm a huge believer in George Pickens. All right, but his first 2 seasons, no one really threw it to him. I mean, he didn't really have a good quarterback to throw it to him. So that also relies on Murray as well, which can he get the ball to Marvin Harrison? I think so. They're going to go another handoff to Barkley, who gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. That's about a loss of 1 or 2 yards. But yeah, if we're going off of Caleb and Harrison, I guess I'll put my trust more in Harrison right now, which I know that's just the easy thing to say, but I got to see how Williams plays at least for 1 week. All right, I'm not going to go 7 weeks and he's absolutely balling up and I'm saying that's the rookie of the year right there. I'm not going to do that. All right, Eagles got a 2nd and 11 from the 19 or 18-yard line. Fakes the handoff, has time, throws it to the end zone, and it is caught by Saquon Barkley for the touchdown. Tie ball game, and that is the first touchdown in Brazil. That is history right there, ladies and gentlemen. And it only took, what, 16, 17 minutes for it to happen? That's a nice play right there for the Eagles, man. Good drive. Good bounce back drive for Philly. That is exactly what Philadelphia needed, and that is not what the Packers needed, man. The Packers could have very easily have won this game, could have very easily have been winning this game still. All right, let's see. Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Eagles have a 7-6 lead here with 12:38 left in the first or second quarter. Who would have thought Saquon Barkley's first touchdown would have been on the air? That's interesting. But yeah, you don't have any faith in Jaden Daniels to win Rookie of the Year? I mean, I know he's in a pretty crappy situation. You know, same thing with like Drake May, who I think we all know is going to start at some point. It's no secret there. You know, they're not going to stick with Jacoby Brissett the entire season. I give that about a good 4 or 5 weeks for the Patriots. Yeah, so far it's been pretty good, man. You know, I still expect it to heat up, though. You know, like this California heat that we have right now. And I'm sure it's even hotter in Arizona. It's crazy, man. We have a heat wave out here in September. Not really used to that out here. At least not out here. Yeah, man. I think Marvin Harris would have a solid year. I think the Cardinals are actually a underrated team in the NFC. Am I saying that they're gonna win the NFC West? No. But I give them a decent shot, man. I give them a decent shot to at least make the 7th seed or something like that. Because I'm not going to say Kyler Murray is an elite quarterback, but he's definitely a really solid quarterback out there, man. He really is. And if they build the right pieces around him, you could build around a guy like Kyler Murray. You could. And it looks like they're trying. In Arizona? 116 in Arizona? Yeah, man. One time I was out there for when the Dodgers played the Diamondbacks, right? And I believe it was 125 out there. I've been to Vegas, I've been to Arizona. I haven't felt heat like I have in Arizona, man. Not only was it 125, but there was humidity, and the air was blowing. And it was hot air, man. It felt like a huge blow dryer just blowing on you, man. It was crazy. Yeah, that Arizona heat ain't no joke, man. All right, we got the kickoff here. And there is yet again no return. Yeah, the more I see this new kickoff rule, the more I don't like it, man. I don't know. It's not doing anything for me here. So far, it's only... Hey, man, I'm not saying that. I know you said you're a Cowboy fan. I'm being real here. I think the Cardinals, I mean, I'm saying can be. I'm not saying they are. I say they could potentially be a team to be reckoned with in the NFC. Am I saying that they're Super Bowl contenders? No. All right, first attempt from the 30. Fakes the handoff. Love has time, throws it downfield, and the receiver kind of tripped there. Wicks kind of tripped a little bit. Incomplete, so now we have a 2nd and 10 here. Yeah, man, that Arizona heat, it's worse than Vegas heat as far as what I've felt. But then again, it's only been a sample size for me. I don't know. I haven't been I've only been to Arizona once and Vegas twice. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. They're going to hand it off. Oh, he breaks free. Oh, and then he slips, but he still gets the first down. That's a gain of about 15 there. Could have gotten more, but did kind of slip there. Yeah, Arizona was the craziest heat I've ever felt in my life, man. Those 10 degrees does make a difference. I'll say that. All right, we got a handoff. Takes it the other way, and he gets stopped at about the 49-yard line, so that's about a gain of 4. All right. All right, I will be real here. I will be real here. And call me crazy if you want. I don't care. Yes, I think there's a chance that the Steelers can win a division. Am I betting my house on it? Am I betting my money on it? No. Okay. Because it's still the thing with the quarterback situation. They have the defense. I'd even say they have some pretty solid weapons still, but it's the quarterback situation for me. And they give it again to the running back, and he breaks free for another run, man. And that is another big first down for number 31 right there, man. That was a gain of about 20. But yeah, I mean, it's just the quarterback situation. I know the receiving core did take a step down. You still got George Pickens. They extended Freiermuth, which I know he isn't a receiver. He's a tight end. Still a really good and reliable source downfield if you want to. You got Najee and Warren, the 1-2 punch. They have a good team. It's just the quarterback situation. I'm still not completely convinced on. 1st and 10, the Packers are starting to move the ball. Did they take another timeout? Oh, yeah, they almost had a delay of game, so they had to waste another timeout. They wasted all 3 of their timeouts already, the Packers. Yeah, I don't plan on betting the house on the Steelers. I don't. As far as winning the division. All right. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be as bad as people say they are. You know, I see people saying, "Oh, they're going to go 7 and 10. They're going to go 9 and 8." Like, I would like to think they have a better team than they did last season. That's all I'm going to say. I really do think they have a better team than they did last year. Okay? I don't expect them to go below 500. 9 and 8, I could see that happening. My overall prediction is probably 11 and 6. 12 and 5 is the ceiling for the Steelers here this season. Yeah, they already wasted all their timeouts and they're still over 10 minutes. They go with a little end around here. He turns it up the field. He's got some space. He breaks the tackle and he's going in for the touchdown. Big play for Green Bay right there. That is exactly what you wanted for the Packers. Jaden Reed for the touchdown. How about that? On an end around. All right, so do you go for 2 here? If you're LaFleur, I think it's still a little too early to go for 2. Nice blocks up front from Green Bay, and he broke a tackle. Great play for Green Bay. Yeah, they're just going to go kick the extra point. Feels later in the game, most definitely they're going for 2. But you get the extra point. 13-7 Green Bay. How is there a flag on the extra point? What is going on here? Let's see. Was it roughing the kicker or something weird like that? Or did the flag just fall out of his pocket? Oh, it was offsides. All right. I'm not a fan of the 17-game season. I mean, okay. As a fan, do I like an extra game? Yeah, I do. Okay, so the offside is going to make Green Bay go for it for a 2-point try because now they have it on a shorter field. Let's see. Let's see how this works out here. But yeah, it just seems weird. It seems weird, and now there's teams that have disadvantages and advantages. Some teams have one more um, home game compared to the rest, and some teams have one less than the rest. So it kind of sucks, at least in my eyes. I don't know, but they might try it for 18. Let's see, 2-point conversion here. It's a handoff to Jacobs, who is short. Or was he down? Did he land on a body and he extended in? No, he was short. So now the game stays to 12-7. I don't hate the call from the floor there, though. Eagles just knew what was coming. But yeah, it just makes things uneven to have a odd number for the season. You know, I think they are going to try to go to 18 games at some point, but right now I don't like it. And even the seven teams for the playoffs, I don't really like that too much either. But my prediction is at some point we're going to get an 18 season game, 18 season game, 19 week season, and 8 teams make the playoffs for each side, which I don't like, but that's what the NFL's trying to do, man. It's all about that money for the NFL, which is why they're in Brazil. Which is why they do more games international. Because they're trying to grow the product, which, do I hate the NFL for that? No. Okay. I do the same exact thing if I'm the NFL. Trying to capitalize on any opportunity I can. So, yeah, man. But we'll see how Steelers football goes this year, man. Should be an interesting one against the Falcons week 1. I know nobody talks about the Falcons at all, but they actually had a really solid offseason. I'm not underestimating the Falcons one bit, all right? They, too, can be a dark horse in the NFC. They could definitely sneak into the playoffs. I'm saying can. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying can, all right? Like I said, I got to see the product from the Falcons, too. I'm not sold on either team. I'm not sold on the Steelers or the Falcons. Wonder what game's going to be better, man. The Rams and Lions or the Jets and Niners? Really good matchups in the NFC. I don't know why they're having their better matchups in week 1 of the NFL season. That's a little weird. Typically, okay, if I'm the NFL, as much as I like to have the big matchups in week 1, I'd kind of like the season to marinate a little bit and then have those matchups like, I don't know, week 8, mid-season and then towards the end of the year, Although I do know the Niners played the Lions, was it week 17 or week 16, something like that? So that should be cool. Falcons fan. Whew. And the kickoff, this kickoff sucks, man. I hope they go back to the new one. There's still touchbacks. there's just as many touchbacks. So it hasn't made a difference one bit so far. I think teams and kickers have just accepted, hey, well, teams are just going to get it from the 30 now. It is what it is. Hey, I wonder how it is being a Falcons fan. But there should be some hype for Falcons fans this year, All right, so the Eagles have it 1st and 10 from the 30 with 10:16 left in the second quarter. And it's a handoff to Barkley, who gets about 2 yards. Barkley still hasn't really broken out yet. Him or Jacobs. But yeah, I mean, the Falcons are one of those teams where if they could actually, if they actually have the quarterback for their team, they could most definitely do something. Is Kirk Cousins the guy? I don't know. I'm not putting my money on Kirko. I don't think the Falcons are either because they got Michael Penix. So we'll see. 2nd and 8 here for the Eagles. They'll play action. Hurts has a lot of time, and then the pocket does collapse, and then he throws it away. He did have time for a second, man, and then the Packers were just right there for him. Yeah, Atlanta does have weapons. They really do. Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Am I saying that they have a super stacked roster? No, but they could definitely do something, especially in a division like the NFC South, which is arguably the worst in the league. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. From the 32-yard line. Hurts in shotgun formation. Oh, pressure right away. He still gets it off. A.J. Brown dodges a tackle, and that is a big gain for the Eagles. That's a gain of about, 20 yards. What a play by Jalen Hurts right there, man. Pressure was right there. Gets it to old Mr. Reliable to A.J. Brown, man. Now they have it at the Packers' 48-yard line on 1st down. Here you go. He's calling an audible. Play clock running down. Looks like an option. It is an option, but there was just no room to run over there. Gave himself up. That's a gain of about a yard. No, I don't have much football experience, man. As far as playing, I don't. I'll admit it. I used to play it for fun, though, you know. All right, we got 2nd and 9. Play action. He's looking for a screen, but he gets another man open downfield. That is a gain of about, 25. Another big play for the Eagles. And, man, the Packers, they really should have capitalized on the chances that they had earlier in this game or early in the 1st quarter, man. Because now the Eagles are starting to turn it up. Devontae Smith. I'm still trying to learn the Eagles names and stuff. I really should just tell you that. I guess I got to do the same for the Packers, too. All right, they got a man in motion here on 1st down. Pressure comes once again. Hurts is able to dump it off again to Barkley. That's a gain of about 4. Packers trying to bring that pressure on them, man. They are. All right, we got about 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Pretty good half, man. I mean, no team's really dominating here. Green Bay just couldn't capitalize in the 1st quarter. Now the Eagles are starting to turn it up, although the Packers did have a really good drive last time out. Just couldn't get the 2-point conversion. 2nd and 5. Hurts does a QB draw, and he runs into his own man, and he gets about 4 yards. So that should create a 3rd and 1. I'm hoping the quality on here is all right, too. All right. So you definitely run the ball here. Oh, they're going to try to tush. Man. Let's see, Philly. Let's see what you got. You didn't do it the last time. Brotherly shove works this time, guys. Yeah, they're starting to look good now, man. And they do that little shove that they got going on. Oh, man. I wonder if they've ever thought of just doing that play every single play. I wonder if that's gone through Nick Sirianni's head. All right, we got first attempt from the 11. Hand off to Barkley. That's a touchdown for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley's second touchdown. He has one on the air, on the ground. There you go, man. Eagles up by 1. Do they try to go for 2 here? Really good drive for the Eagles there. Really good drive. And the Packers try to bring it defensively, man. They put pressure on Hurts a couple times that drive. No, they're just going to go the extra point. All right. Puts it through the upright. So we got a total of 14 game here. Well, not here, but in Brazil. The first 2 drives, the Packers were just shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, I'm sorry. They had 2 short fields, and they shot themselves in the foot with costly penalties, with holding calls. And that's why they had to settle for 3 both those drives. They did look good last drive. The Packers looked good last drive, but they just couldn't capitalize on what they had in the first quarter. That's why they're losing right now. That is the only reason why the Packers are losing right now. But now the Eagles are really starting to turn it up, man. I know I got to get Cholo Trucker to call a game with me one day, man. We'll see. Oh, they're showing all the stuff they do in Brazil. Those crowds look crazy, man. I know they get real crazy for soccer down there. I know they do. I don't think I'd go to a soccer game down there, but I know that those atmospheres are crazy. I could just tell from a distance, you know. I wonder how much the World Cup tickets are going to be, because I know they're going to be out here. They come to SoFi a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. I know the whole World Cup doesn't happen just in LA. I know they're going to New Jersey. I know they're going to, aren't they going to Dallas? They're going to a couple cities around the U.S., so that should be cool. I don't remember last time the U.S. has had the World Cup. Probably hasn't even been that long, but hey, I'm trying my best to hold it down, man. I am. I'm trying my best, all right? But yeah, man, I'm enjoying this game so far. I was going to do this for preseason, but preseason Steelers football was so boring, man. It really was. It really was. I almost felt like I was punishing myself from sitting through those preseason Steelers games. That's how bad it was, man. I almost fell asleep a couple times during those preseason games. I'm being honest here. Beetlejuice, I'll watch that movie. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow or something. We'll see. All right, we got the kickoff. Still no returns, man. My goodness, people. What is going on here? Do you guys like this new kickoff rule? I'm not liking it. It's not marinating as good as I thought it would, you know? And I even let it sit out for a little bit, you know, and marinate. Try to let it marinate. I'm not liking it. Still not tasting good. You know, just because you try to marinate something, if it's not good, it's just not good. All right, first attempt from the 30-yard line. 5:53 left in the second quarter. Let's see, can the Packers answer back here? Love fakes the handoff. Almost slips again, and he almost throws a pick on a check down to Jacobs. He almost threw a pick. That could have been a pick six right there, ladies and gentlemen. That probably should have been a pick six. But I guess they didn't want to give us a shout out, right? Hey, man, what's up with the grass over there? multiple players have almost slipped. What is this, a Super Bowl? The Super Bowl, what, 2 years ago in Arizona, where teams were just slipping and getting hurt all over the place? Uh-oh. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. Takes that snap, throws it into double coverage, man. That was... he really challenged himself right there. Love did. I don't know what's going on here. All right. So we got 3rd and 10 for the Packers. Yeah, not a good decision for Love right there. Well, see, man, I was actually giving the Packers some credit a few seconds ago. Now I'm starting to regret that. All right, here we go. 3rd down. Has time to throw it. He does throw it, throws it deep, and he's got a man open. 11 breaks it up for a touchdown. That is a big play for Green Bay. And now I'm glad I gave him some credit. There we go. Jaden Reed with another touchdown, his 2nd of the game. That makes it 18-14 Green Bay. Let's see what they saw on the defense right there. Oh, yeah. Just found a hole in the defense right there. Extra point is up and good. So it's 19-14. And there's another flag on the extra point. What's going on? All right. That was a false start on an extra point? All right, so they're redoing the extra point, and it is up, and he just got it through the upright. Or did he miss it? I'm pretty sure he made that. Oh, yeah, he made the extra point. I don't know why they're acting a little weird, but yeah, he made it. 19-14 Green Bay. Good game. Hey, so far I'm liking this game more than I liked last night's game. As far as the first half, you know, last night's game kind of marinated a little bit. It should have been 20. Should have been 20, man, but I'm not going to blame LaFleur there. You know, you take your chance when you have a opportunity for a short 2-point conversion, and he tried to run the ball. I don't blame LaFleur there. You know, I would have done the same thing. Just couldn't capitalize there. It happens sometimes. It's not like it was a Matt Canada play call or something like that for the 2-point conversion. Man, so from what I've seen, the Thursday night football game next week should actually be pretty decent. You know, they got the Dolphins against the Bills. So usually Thursday night football games are absolutely sleeper games. So, you know, at least we're starting that off with the bang for Thursday nights, you know, because technically Thursday night football games don't start till week 2, even though the first game is technically a Thursday night game. I don't know why they make it confusing, but oh well, right? But yeah, Bills and Dolphins should be pretty good. AFC East is a division I'll keep my eye on because the Bills have lost a lot of players, man. A lot of players. I don't think the Bills are going to be that good this year. And if they are, I don't even know if they win that division. Buffalo. I don't. I'm interested to see what the Jersey Jets have to say about that. I'm interested in what the Dolphins, as long as they don't fall apart like they did last season, like the Eagles did, I think they could win the division this year, man. So we'll see. That should be interesting. And I know the Patriots are in the division. I'm not going to even say their name. That's how bad the Patriots are going to look this year, man. Oh, they take it out from the end zone. Okay. That's a return. Doesn't get anywhere, though. He gets to about the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. Okay, I was checking to see if the scoreboard was actually keeping tabs on what's going on. Okay, it is. that scoreboard's been up there for I don't even know how long, and I'm barely looking at it now. Yeah, man. So far, these teams are the second quarter. They've been going back and forth, man, punch for punch. Hopefully, that first quarter doesn't bite the Packers. Let's see. The Eagles have 5:06 left in the first half. Another play action. Has time to throw it, and it is incomplete. Oh, a little extracurricular activity after the play, but there ain't no call for a penalty. All right, so we got 2nd and 10 from about the 24-yard line. Yeah, I don't know why he took it out. If you take a knee, you get it from the 30-yard line. That's pretty much that's already pretty good field position, man. From the 30-yard line for doing nothing, that's more than enough yardage, dog. I don't know why they're giving so many yards. I just don't. All right, play clock's running down. You got him hike it right here, Hurts. And he does. Gets the snap off on time. Throws it to A.J. Brown once again, who breaks off a tackle. Gains about a yard extra for a gain of about 12, 13 yards. So another first down for the Eagles. All right. I think the Eagles might come down and score a touchdown right now. Might go down the field and score a touchdown. That's how good they've been looking this second quarter. All right, they got in a shotgun formation with Barkley to the left. No rush at all. Hurts dancing out of the pocket, throws it out of bounds. Oh, man. I wonder how sold Eagle fans are on Jalen Hurts. Me personally, I don't know how good Jalen Hurts is just yet. I mean, is he a good quarterback? Yes. But do I think he's a top quarterback in the league? I'm still not sold on Hurts. The Eagles avoided wearing green and all in all this game, man. All right, they give a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who gets about 3. So that should set up 3rd and 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time the Eagles have used that uniform concept. I'm not really liking it. I would have just worn green. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so skeptical about it. I know there's like soccer politics involved, but I mean, it's the NFL, man. All right, 3rd and 7. Here we go. Hurts throws it to his tight end. His tight end gets some yardage right there. Little stiffy action right there. And that is a big gain. About what? 15 yards. Nice gain. Oh, the defender slipped. What's going on with this tripping and falling from both sides, man? I don't know what kind of grass they got over there on that field. All right, first down from the 40. 2:59 left in the second quarter. It's a handoff to Barkley, who runs into his own player. He still got a few yards though. Oh, that was kind of funny though. He ran into his own lineman. All right, so they do have to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. The play clock difference, the play clock and game clock is different from about 10 seconds. All right. 2nd and 10. Man in motion. Hurts takes a snap. Dodges tackle. Gets out of the pocket. Throws it. Are they going to call PI? No. Okay, incomplete. Tried to hit his man Wilson, but he was covered very well by the Packers defender, man. Yeah, man. Packers just defended that perfectly. There's nothing you could do there. Good play by the Packers defensively. All right, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they don't get a touchdown here. Still not the 2-minute warning yet. Although this will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8. Hurts all alone for a QB draw. And all that really does is ensure that there's a field goal try here, you know. Yeah, man, that was funny. Oh, you got Rey Mysterio there. I saw some guy with the Rey Mysterio mask. So should be about, 3rd and 3 on 4th and 3. I wonder if they try to go for it. I wouldn't. I just take the points, ensure that it's just a 2-point game. Well, I guess the Packers will still get the ball back, but I would have tried to give the Packers a decent field position. It's not going to be great field position, but it'd be decent if you don't get the 4th down. Because Packers are moving the ball too, just as well as the Eagles are in the second quarter. So, yeah, I mean, really just going punch for punch here. Give one, take one. That's what's going on in this game right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Saquon, it seems like he's not having that good of a game as far as the stats go, but he still has both their touchdowns. So he has a rushing and receiving. Damn, Subway sandwiches are $6.99 now. Man, Subway got me making me feel old. I remember they were $5. I'm sounding old here, man. I'm only 20. And they got me saying back in my day, foot longs were for $5. They say $5 foot long. Dang, Subway. Let's see how many yards Saquon has today. I don't think he has that many. Let's see if I can pull it up right here. Saquon Barkley. Let's see. Yeah, he only has 29 yards on the ground so far. All right, 4th and 3. Are they going to go for it? Sirianni, or are they going to try to make him jump off sides? Offense is out there. The minute 59 left in the second quarter. I think you just try to make him jump off sides. I don't think you actually go for it. Not at this point in the game, man. It's not like you desperately need the points right now. All right, they look like they're going to go for it. Let's see. Maybe they're fooling me. Yeah, no, they're trying to make him jump off. Doesn't work. So they'll just settle for the field goal. Just burn a timeout, but it doesn't really do much for them. Yeah, especially when you have Jake Elliott, man. He's one of the best kickers in the NFL. Or I say one of the more reliable kickers in the NFL. Yeah. I wonder if the Packers are going to be conservative here when they get the ball back. Or I guess it just depends on where they get the ball, right? They don't have any timeouts. I don't like when teams play conservative, though, towards the end of the half. I would freaking just be all aggressive. Oh, yeah. Especially out here in California, man. Especially out here in California. Oh, wow. The offense is still out there on 4th and 3. Maybe they were just rethinking that. All right, let's see what Sirianni's cooking right here. Hurts takes the snap. He throws it. They get the first down. That is a catch for a first down in bounds. Yeah, they're not going to try to hurry up or anything. I mean, they're already in field goal range. Although you do want a touchdown here, you don't want to lead at the end of the half. But they're not in too much of a rush here. You know. It's not like the Packers can stop the time either. All right, here we go. And they hand it off. I don't know why. Okay, I get that they're not trying to hurry up in this situation, but I don't know why you're running the ball. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as funny as this sounds, Chili's actually has some pretty good deals, man. And I'm not sponsored by Chili's, but I support Chili's, man. 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Hurts has time, throws a little check down. And, he makes a couple men miss, and he gets the first down. All right, now I might consider taking a timeout here. And they do. Okay. Now they're in touchdown range here with 43 seconds left. 43 seconds, one timeout in the red zone. I mean, they have all the time in the world to get in the end zone. But yeah, Chili's actually, they have, I forget, I think you get like 3 things for like 10, $11 or something like that. Which in this economy, that's a deal, man. That's a kicker deal. Even though I haven't gone to Chili's that much, but I'm a supporter. They got my vote. Chili's got my vote. And that's not even fast food. That's an actual restaurant, too. Damn, this Eagle drive, 11 plays, 68 yards. Let's see what they got going on here on first down. From the 14. Gets the snap off. Hurts, scrambling a little bit. Pressure there, and he gets sacked. That's what the Packers needed right there. Okay, so what do the Eagles do? Did they take a timeout? Oh, I wouldn't have taken a timeout there. I think they did. Nice play by the defender right there. Yeah, man, I wouldn't have taken a timeout if I was Philly. You know, you still have not a huge amount of time left, but time is still on your side somewhat. Now 31 seconds left. No timeouts. Now time is a problem, even though you're on their side of the field. On 2nd and 16. So now you really can't take a sack here. All right, let's see. All right, so Philly chooses not to do the tush push this play. They got another shotgun formation. Oh, false start. Wow. They got a false start after the Wow. That's a no-no. False start after a timeout? Come on, man. Mm-mm. All right, now the Eagles are starting to kick themselves in the foot or shoot themselves in the foot here. They might just take a shot to the end zone. Let's see. Hurts has time to throw, has a lot of time to throw, and he just throws a little check down to his tight end. Gain of about 4. Okay, they could just spike the ball, try to get the ball into the end zone, and if they don't get that, just kick the field goal. Although they did take their time with this. Okay, they're just going to kick the field goal. Damn. Yeah, that offsides did mess with them. But, I mean, on the bright side, they didn't give the Packers another chance to get the ball or anything like that. So, I mean, it's not a complete loss for the Eagles here. So let's see what Jake Elliott can do here. 38-yarder. What's his career high? Is it 61 or something like that? And the kick is up, and it is perfect. And that ends the first half with the Packers up 19-17. Pretty good half, man. Pretty interesting second quarter in particular. I like what I saw from both quarterbacks that second quarter, man. Both those offenses turned it up. Defenses didn't look too great for both sides, but we'll see. Maybe the defenses or one of the defenses turns it around in the second half. There's always those adjustments, man. I wonder how these teams feel about going to Brazil or just anytime a team goes international. I wonder if the players and teams actually like doing that. You know, I'll be honest. If I'm a player, I probably wouldn't like it too much. Especially, well, maybe it doesn't affect them right now because it's only week 1. But when it's mid-season, you're playing in, I don't know, Chicago for the Bears or something, or the They always send the Jaguars to London. Am I the only one that realized that they send the Jaguars to London all the time? But yeah, when it's mid-season to go all the way to London or something like that, that sounds terrible. You know, that's just me though. I don't know. All right, it's halftime. I'm gonna take a quick little break. I'll be back in a few. All right. So now that it's halftime, let me just give some picks for the rest of week 1. Let's see. See how to change this. Damn it. I pressed the wrong thing. All right. Let me switch the share here. All right. So obviously Steelers Falcons already covered that one. Could go to either team if I'm being real, and I am being real here. I'm gonna say Steelers, whether it's biased or not. I think that Najee and Warren are gonna do their thing. Not sure about the rest of the offense. I mean, you still got George Pickens. That should be cool. You know, I really think he could be a top 5 receiver in the league. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Steelers fan. I really do believe that. But I give the edge to the Steelers by a little bit. Just by a little bit. Okay.
Shuamata is on the other side. That is the rookie. A lot of attention on the starting left tackle. Slant right away. Complete to Rashee Rice. Here. Very close to
Cardinals
the first down.
do have some sort of hype there. You know,
off to the
how much hype?
Start.
I don't know. You know, I don't know how hyped Cardinal fans are. I've seen some that are very optimistic really for the season.
Past projects were my time
but
to shine.
In Buffalo, that's going to be tough. Even though I have talked pretty low on Buffalo compared to
because of
the Bills teams of old.
With their guides,
I'm still going Buffalo there. Had it been in Arizona, I probably would think about it more. But since it's in Buffalo,
take care of your
that's one of the tougher places to play. I know it's in September. It's not in December or January where
third and 11. He's coming. Lamar gets out
balls
of the way.
At players,
Flips
but
it to Justice Hill.
I'm still going
Had
Buffalo.
to get to the first down line at the 40, and he did.
We got Tennessee
Hill
against the
bounds.
Bears
that
in
receiver,
Chicago.
did he go out? He did not. First
This
down,
is a good
Ravens.
game for Caleb Williams to have for his first game.
In the yard. And Jackson
like I said,
pulls it,
I'm not completely
gets a
sold
block
on
downfield,
Caleb.
and Lamar Jackson
I don't
takes
know
it
how good
into
a
the red
quarterback
zone.
he's going to be in
And
the
there
NFL.
is the combo that
I still got to see what
Gets the
he
lead
does.
blocker. So Isaiah
But
Likely is going to go out and lead block and not block
I don't know
the
what
end guy.
it.
The end guy in the line of scrimmage
So,
is
I'm
thinking
gonna go
he's
with
going to
the
get
Bears
kicked
there.
out.
I
Instead, he
think
runs all the way
that
around the
just
corner
creates a
to
bigger
get the edge
storyline
and
for
pick up the
Chicago.
big first down.
And for
do we
Caleb
want to
Williams,
talk about
I know the
little
NFL
skinny
is going
Lamar
to be
Jackson yet?
all over that story when Caleb gets his first win.
Definitely been.
And I do think it's in week
in my head.
Okay. They're going up against the Titans.
That's
I
not the main focus
don't even know
anymore. Dieting, exercising,
how
and adding
or
GLP-1s
when
through row
the Titans
is a
rebuild
game
is going to be
changer.
over.
I have such
From the
a
looks of
sense
it,
mental freedom.
it looks
since
like
I
it's not
started
going to be
with
for a
row.
while.
Food no longer controls my thoughts. Family time used to revolve around food, and now it revolves around what we're going to go do together.
Meet the shop that helps you lose weight. Get started at row.co/TV.
Not a good sign for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And one of the reasons the Steelers were so cautious
you got
with
the
the cap
Patriots
status
at
of
the
Russell Wilson is because
Bengals.
these things really do tend to linger. And here
I mean,
we are a couple days from the start of the season.
the
He is
Patriots
the
just
starting
aren't good.
quarterback. Was, of
All
course,
right.
named
They're
the
just
starting
not.
quarterback last week.
So,
no doubt about it from
I'm going to
the
go with
eyes
Bengals
of Mike
here.
Tomlin.
Joe
And
Burrow
now we
does
are
his
wondering,
thing.
is he
Shows
going
why
to be healthy
he's
enough to go?
one of
He
the
was
best
limited in practice
quarterbacks
today.
in
He
the
is
NFL.
going to be checked out by doctors.
That's
Just
that.
considering how
Um,
unbelievably cautious the
then we
Pittsburgh Steelers
have
medical staff has
Texans
been as it
at the
pertains to
Colts.
cap issues.
Now,
I think it's fair to say we do
Colts
not know
are-
right now if Russell
they're a
Wilson
pretty
is going
solid
to
team,
actually
man.
be
I
out
do
there
think they're
at less than
all right.
100%, which does open
They
the door
could
to the
contend
possibility
in the
that
South.
Justin Fields,
In
who
the
had
AFC,
such a strong
that's another
training
story.
camp for the Pittsburgh Steelers,
In the South, maybe.
could in fact
It
be a
also just
starting
depends
quarterback
on
Sunday.
whether or
Of
not
course,
the
which makes
Texans
all that
are as good
experience
as
that
we
Fields
think they
got
are.
into Arthur Smith offense
But
during training
this one,
camp in Russell
I'm
Wilson's
gonna go
absence
Houston.
all the more
All right.
valuable, as we talked about
I'm gonna
back
go
in
Houston.
Latrobe. Thanks again.
Not by a
Ian
lot, though.
Rappaport back
I think
with
I'd
you.
give that like about 2020.
Music is such an
Houston.
integral part of the NFL culture. Kyle,
You
and
got
I
the
was talking about
Jags at
this
the
last night in the
Dolphins.
hallway as we were walking to do our show on NBC. That sometimes
I mean,
you hear a throwback
the Dolphins do really
sound
good
or
against
song from
mediocre
our favorite
and
sports
bad
experiences,
teams.
and it just makes
And then
you
the
feel
Jaguars
things.
are
From the
just
stadium experience
so
to what's playing in the
inconsistent.
players' headphones to the tracks you hear in the broadcast at home. And in
Oh, let
just
me try
about
to get
every
this
single piece of
settled
football
up.
content that you
Damn it.
consume. This season, the NFL is once again partnering with Rock Nation to create a soundtrack
All
of
right.
music that you will hear across all NFL platforms and in games throughout the season. One of the lead
think I got it
tracks
under
has been
control now.
released now and is by none other than you've seen her play in March Madness, LSU basketball superstar Flau'jae, featuring the incomparable
All right.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and Flau'jae came out
So,
with a track.
Yeah, I
that came
got
out
the
a
Dolphins
beast.
there.
We
I
have a little
mean,
teaser.
I'm not like too convinced on this game. It could go either way. Jaguars just can't stay consistent, and the Dolphins also can't stay consistent. But I give the edge to the Dolphins. That high power offense, the speed that they got offensively. I mean, it's just they could be a top team in the AFC if they can be consistent. Then we have the Panthers at the Saints. I mean, I could flip a coin. I don't think it really even matters. I don't see either of these teams making it to the NFC Championship game, to say the least. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say the Saints, I guess. Maybe the Panthers upset the Saints. I don't know, but how much of an upset that is, I don't think it's much of an upset. Then we have the Vikings at the Giants. We got Sammy D going up against Daniel Jones. I mean, that is a quarterback matchup made in heaven.
On all streaming services. And if you're watching NFL games this year,
Daniel
you're going to hear a lot
Jones
more of these
versus,
sprinkled throughout the broadcast.
Sammy
as they like
D.
to say, going to commercial.
I
don't know,
I know his
man.
stuff. I'm looking for Billy Joel.
I'll go
bro.
Vikings.
Like back in my bag. That was
Oh
one of
my
them.
gosh.
Piano man?
Yeah, I'll go
Billy Joel
Vikings.
has a hit.
I could
He
just
doesn't. I like Dorothy.
flip a coin with that.
Big on
Oh,
Dorothy.
I
I
don't
like
know.
Spotify on
I mean,
Dorothy.
if you're
Whichever one
Flau'jae,
it
you're
lands
coming out
on,
of
I'll
your
just
time at
pick whatever
LSU, and
team.
you're just like, hey,
I guess I'll go
that's pretty
Vikings.
talented. Make a song with Lil Wayne for the NFL.
Raiders,
Super Bowl.
Chargers. I got the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Chargers.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Although they have
Congratulations,
Justin
and we look
Herbert,
forward to the rest
although
of
they
that
have
playlist.
Harbaugh, they don't really have much else to work with.
Food is definitely
You know,
been
I
a
think
very
they're going to
dominant voice in
rebuild
my
this
head.
year, which isn't the worst thing for the Chargers to do. You know, I
That's
think
not
it
the
might
main focus
benefit
anymore.
the
Dieting,
Chargers
exercising, and
at some
adding
point.
GLP-1
Will it be
through
this
row
season?
is a game
No.
changer. I have such a sense of mental
Then you got the
freedom since I
Broncos
started
at the
with row.
Seahawks.
Food no longer controls
Super
my
Bowl matchup
thoughts.
from
Family time used
years
to revolve
ago,
around
which
food,
I'm
and now
sure
it
was a
revolves
very
around
forgettable
what we're gonna
Super
go
Bowl.
do together.
Meet the shop
Oh.
that helps you lose weight. Get started
Bo
at
Nix getting his first career start against the 12th man,
de semana 1?
against Geno Smith.
El pick número 1 de los
I got,
Caleb Williams mostró su capacidad para
I'll go
lanzar y correr
Seattle.
en pretemporada.
You know,
Su
I'm
gran
not high on
potencial,
either of
su
these
final en
teams.
DJ Moore, Ramo Dunes y
I
Andre
don't know
Swift
how
y una
good Bo
línea
Nix is
ofensiva
going to be in
mejorada.
the NFL either.
Va contra los Titans, una defensiva que la
You know,
temporada pasada permitió un promedio de 15 puntos fantasy por juego a quarterbacks.
I thought I
A
got
pesar de
that.
que Javonte Williams
Oh,
es
it's
el
from
running
this.
back número 1 de los Broncos, con la salida de Samaje Perine, Jaleel McLaughlin tendrá un rol más amplio en este backfield. En el 2023,
There was a video playing in the background that I didn't catch, but that was my fault. I'm still a rookie. Okay, now there shouldn't be any background audio. I got that on lock. Okay, but yeah, for Bo Nix's first start, I think he takes an L there in Seattle. That's just, you know, that's one of the places that you don't like playing at. Even though Seattle's not the best team in the world anymore, they don't have the Legion of Boom. They're not the same Seattle team. Still a tough place to play. Cowboys, Browns. I guess Cowboys, you know. Browns do have a really good defense, but I'm not sold on the Cowboys, or I'm sorry, I'm not sold on the Browns offense just yet. But now we're looking at kickoff here. For the last three, I'll go Bucks, I'll go Lions, and I'll go Niners for the final three. As the second half is about to kick off here. Let's see. Let me try to share this one more time. Okay. So there we go. Eagles get to start off the second half. Okay, so the shouldn't be any more background audio. I think I got that under control. All right, second half starting. And we're underway. Here we go. Let's see. Is there a touchback here? Kick is in the end zone. Touchback. They get it from the 30. Not much has changed, man, with this kickoff rule. Not much at all. Jalen Hurts coming back to the field. Had a really good second quarter. First quarter wasn't all that. Second quarter did a lot better. First 2 drives, he had an interception, fumble, and then they've scored every drive since. All right. Got it from 30. Saquon in the backfield. They got a man in motion. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, who gets about 4. So set up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. They should try to run the ball more. Let's see what they try to do, man. You know, try to get that run game working. 34 yards for Barkley, 23 rushing yards, or receptions, I should say. 2 yards. It's not like he's tearing it up, but he does have all the touchdowns for Philly so far. 2nd and 7 here from the Eagles 32. Hurts has time to throw it. Throws a deep ball. He's got A.J. Brown, who breaks it all the way. He got the touchdown. Big play for the Eagles right there. That was unexpected. That is how you want to start the second half. Wow. Started off with a bang. I wasn't expecting that. About 66 yards on that play? And who else? A.J. Brown. Man, these defenses have been struggling, man, since the first quarter. Elliott coming on and kick the extra point. And he got it. So now the Eagles are up by 5. All right, that was a quick play. Quick drive, less than a minute, man. Just had time to throw it. I didn't think A.J. Brown was going to go all the way. He just showed off them wheels, though. So now the Eagles have a 5-point lead, man. Now the Packers have to answer back. Hold on, let me get this all situated right here. All right, I'm trying not to spill my water here. This heat and stuff got me drinking so much, man. And I guess talking a lot doesn't help that, right? So it's got me drinking more water. All right, so we got the kickoff for the Eagles. Let's see, is there a return? No, my goodness. I know he's injured. I know he's not 100%. I know there's a lot of question marks, but yeah, I think he plays, right? You know, I mean, I'm assuming Tomlin wants Wilson to play. So I think he plays week 1, you know, but honestly, I have no problem with Fields playing week 1 either. I really don't. Okay, I could see either or. All right, so the Packers have it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Love. Oh, flea flicker. Love has lots of time. Now he rolls out. Gets him as he throws it to nobody for an incomplete pass. But yeah, either or is fine with me. You know, as I said before, the Steelers need a good quarterback right now, not a great one. Okay? See, there's teams out there that need like Buffalo, they need Josh Allen. You know, Steelers aren't in that situation. You know, they do have good enough weapons. They do have a really good defense, top in the league when healthy. So they'll be all right. As Love heads it off to Jacobs, there's a fumble on the play, but it looks like they might have gotten it back. Let's see. Yeah, the Packers did get it back. Should be about, what, 3rd and inches then? But yeah, I'm not sold on either quarterback, but then again, they don't need to be great. They don't. All right. Love gets the handoff. Pressure comes on 3rd and 1, and he throws it incomplete. There is a flag. They might call PI right there. Eagles were bringing the pressure, and rightfully so. I would have just ran the ball, but I guess since there was a fumble play before, they didn't feel comfortable running the ball there. But to completely answer it, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. And I'm not completely confident in Sunday's game. I do think they should win. Okay, I do think the Steelers should win Sunday. But Falcons, I mean, they're doing their best. They're doing their best to be a threat. You know, not just for Sunday, but for the season. I mean, his toes, that wasn't a complete catch, man. You know, it wasn't. I mean, his toe was clearly on the line. Personally, right now, I don't like either team. I already can't stand KC. Okay. Maybe I'm just tired of them. Maybe I'm just a hater. Okay. As a Steelers fan, you already know how I feel about Baltimore. Not a fan. Never will be a fan. But I was hoping that both teams lost. But yeah, he was definitely out of bounds, you know. All right. Green Bay has it 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Gets it completed to his tight end, who gets a good amount of yardage there. Wow. That's a gain of about 25. Good play right there for Green Bay. But yeah, there was no controversy there. Toe was definitely on the line, man. Which it sucks, man. It would have been exciting if that was a touchdown. I'm just, as a football fan, that would have been exciting if it was a touchdown. All right. Packers in the red zone here, knocking on the door. Hand off to Jacobs. He's trying not to fumble it, and he gets a yard. Nothing really going there. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those rivalries. I mean, it's one of the best rivalries in American sports, man. I'm not going to even say just for football. Just in American sports, Steelers-Ravens is one of the best rivalries, man. I know as of recent, the Steelers have kind of gotten the best of Baltimore. But, I mean, it's still one of the best. All right, 2nd and 9 here from the 15-yard line. See what Love's got going on right here. He's got pressured, and it's an incomplete. Yeah, it's one of those things where you almost kind of want Baltimore to be good, just so when the teams face each other, it's interesting, you know? But then you don't also want to see them win. It's a weird thing. I can't explain it. It's like you kind of want them to be relevant enough, but then obviously you want to beat them every time, you know? And you don't want to see them have too much success. All right, we got 39 for the Packers here. Love all alone. Eagles do bring pressure, And it is incomplete. There's a flag on the play. Who's that on? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the script writers got here, man. Let's call on the defense. Packers get a first down. But I'll stand by it. I always say Steelers-Ravens is the best rivalry in the NFL. I know people still throw in Green Bay and the Bears. Like, if that rivalry's been a rivalry, I don't even remember the last time it was even a rivalry or the last time the Bears even beat the Packers. Yeah, I don't know what other rivalries could compare to the Steelers and Ravens in the NFL. Because it's almost still dead even. You know, I know the Steelers have won more games in that rivalry, but it's still almost dead even with the, I guess you could say, dominance Pittsburgh has had. All right, so they got a first and goal from the 2-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs, and they get it in for the touchdown. Green Bay needed that drive right there, man. Back in front with a little less than 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Christian Watson. All right. Hey, man, this game's pretty good. This game's pretty good. I will say Steelers-Ravens, or I'm sorry, Steelers-Raiders too, but I mean, as far as like meaningful games as of recent, like in the playoffs or anything, they really haven't had that. And the extra point is good to make it a 2-point game. Once again, 26-24 with 11:55 left in the third quarter. Yeah, as of recent, they really haven't had meaningful games in the playoffs or anything like that. I can't remember the last time they have, which is why I'm not. I mean, look, I know the rivalry between fans and stuff is still there. I'm not a huge fan of the Raiders either, but as a Steelers fan, I just like the Ravens more than I dislike the Raiders. And as a Steelers fan, I still dislike the Patriots. You know, and even though, but that wasn't even a rivalry, if we're being real here, you know. Us Steelers fans could say that was a rivalry, but I mean, Tom Brady and the Patriots just had the Steelers number. It is what it is. Even now, they still can't even beat them. The Steelers couldn't beat the Patriots last year when the Patriots were, what, a 2-win team? Oh, that was terrible. That time last year was a dark time for the Steelers. I tell you that. I tell you that much. I'm sure a lot of people did. I'm sure at some point it was kind of like, this guy has to lose at some point, right? He just couldn't stop winning, man. Who knows if we'll see that type of dominance again in the NFL. I mean, I know Patrick Mahomes is has 3 Super Bowl rings already, and is he in his 6th season? I mean, technically, Mahomes is on pace for that. So I would like to think we're not going to get that or see that kind of dominance again from a player. But maybe I'm wrong. You know? I mean, 6 rings in 20 years. That's the best dynasty in NFL history. And hopefully that's probably the best one. Unless the Steelers come up with a crazy dynasty, you know. But the Chiefs already kind of have one. So hopefully that ends soon. As long as they do have Patrick Mahomes, though, they will be at least relevant. I'll say that. All right. Yeah, this kickoff sucks, man. I don't like it at all. But here we go. These kickoffs ain't working, man. It's not. It's not. Teams are just getting the ball from the 30. That's the only difference right now. At least we did see a return tonight. I don't think we saw a return last night. You know. Hyman, what are your thoughts on the Steelers this season? All right. We got Saquon in the backfield here for 1st and 10 from the 30. Here we go. Play action. Rolling out. Oh, pass is batted down. Nice play from Green Bay right there. Oh, the Packers did score one more time, man. And the Eagles got the ball right back from the 30. Another boring kickoff, man. This kickoff rule has done no justice so far. I'll say that. Other than gracing another team with 5 more yards. All right, they give the ball to Barkley, who still really hasn't gotten a big run yet. I do think we see both these teams in the playoffs, maybe even play each other this season. I'm higher on the Packers winning the division more than I am on the Eagles. And Hurts gets sacked on 3rd and 8. There we go. That is a stop for the Packers right there in a while. Oh, die-hard Steeler fan, man. I tell you. Damn. Hurts had no time to throw it there. Did he give him the ball back? Am I tripping? I might be tripping right there. 4th and 14. They're going to punt it. All right. Or do they fake it? Let's see. All right. The punt is off. Fair catch signaled, and they'll get it at the 20-yard line. All right. 10:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Packers offense doing really good as of right now. Can the Eagles defense get a stop? That's my next question. Packers finally got their stop. But yeah, if I had a bet on one team to win their division, I might actually go Packers, man. Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I might go Eagles. I don't know how I feel about the Cowboys right now. All right, Love's got it. Throws it. Caught. Complete for about a gain of 12 on the first play of the drive. You know what? Yeah, because I'm not sold on the Cowboys either. I hate to say that to you, Andrew. I'm not sold on the Cowboys at all. But they did beat the Eagles last year, so we'll see. But I really wouldn't be surprised if we see these two teams battle it out in the playoffs. More than likely in Lambeau. All right, they hand it off to Jacobs. There's a flag on the play. Is it a potential offsides or something? What's going on here? Or they blow the ball dead before the snap even went off. Hey, you know what? I had to think about what I said for a second, man, because I was so confident about the Packers winning the division. And then I'm like, you know what? The Lions are in there too. And then I had to think, who's in the Eagles division? And it's the Cowboys. Okay, they're good. You know, but I don't know, man. The Lions are definitely more of a threat than the teams in the AFC or NFC East, I should say. So as far as them winning division, I might go for the Eagles more likely compared to the Packers there. All right, so we got a 1st and 15 here for the Packers. And they fake the handoff, play action. Love has time. Throws it, underthrows it to his man. Yeah, man, that the NFC North has some pretty good teams. Well, has two really good teams. All right. I don't know about the Bears. I don't know about the Vikings are just out. I'm sorry. The Vikings are out. All right. Bears might be something this year. I don't know. 2nd and 15 from the 27-yard line. Here we go. Love throws it. Drops the pass, man. Wow. Incomplete. Try to get the ball to his tight end right there. Should have been caught. But now you got a 3rd and long. And do both teams get a stop here back to back? At some point, it looked like we're going to have a complete shootout. Looks like the defenses are settled in, finally. All right, here we go. Packers have tight end in motion, now set. Love rolls out, throws a little check down. Incomplete. There is a flag on the play, though. This is my first time watching a game on Peacock. Oh, it's on the Packers, so they're just going to decline it. That was a terrible drive for Green Bay right there. Nothing went right for the Packers right there, man. Ooh, big hit, too. All right. Defenses are starting to play now. 9:09 left in the 3rd quarter. Punt is up. Pretty good punt. He's going to take it up. He's going to turn it up, and he gets hit at about the 29-yard line, but there is another flag. What's up with these flags, man? Man, these script writers nowadays. Script writers last night putting the Ravens to lose with the toe in the end zone. That was pretty creative, man. Telling you, NFL with their script writers, they're coming, man. Hopefully they got a good script this year. Let's see how good the NFL script is this year. My favorite Steeler of all time? It would have been Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown at some point was my favorite Steeler. But obviously, everything that happened. I caught the tail end of Polamalu's career. Because I didn't start watching football until 2010. Which was the year that they made the Super Bowl. The year that they lost to the Packers, actually. So I caught the end of Polamalu's career. Big Ben was still definitely around. I still might give it to Troy. On the team right now, I like Minka. He's probably my favorite player. Obviously, TJ Watt. Najee Harris. But as far as right now, I'd probably go with Minka. And all time, probably Troy. Even though I got to the end of his career. I didn't catch like his prime or anything, but he was still out there doing his thing on the Head and Shoulder commercial. So I do remember that. I got my ways to watch the game. I'll be watching games on Sunday. Yeah, man, Big Ben with the killer bees. He is definitely up there. I think he's probably number 2. I actually think his best years were when I was watching. I don't know why I said it like that. His best years were probably when I was watching, because the Steelers offense wasn't putting up points like they were in the 2000s or compared to the 2010s, 2010s, they had a really good offense. 2000s, they had a really good defense. Two completely different Steelers teams there. So, yeah. Man, the Killer Bees, they really should have won a Super Bowl. If they had a defense, they probably would have, but defense wasn't all that great. Bit of a short punt here. Fair catch. They'll get it at the 32, 33-yard line. Yeah, it was fun to watch, though. It was fun to watch those games when the Steelers had the Killer Bees, win or loss. And it's unfortunate what happened with Bell and Brown. I do think their careers just weren't the same, even though Brown did win a Super Bowl. He did. AB did win a Super Bowl after he left the Steelers. It took a couple years, but he did with the Buccaneers. And Le'Veon Bell's career just wasn't the same after he left. But those offenses were special. They really were. Had they won a Super Bowl, they would have been looked at as one of the best offenses of all time. But since they didn't, they'll be forgotten at some point. I mean, they don't even get talked about really now. So, but yeah, Ben Roethlisberger definitely up there. And his last game-winning drive was something special too, against the Ravens, against the rival in Baltimore. His last regular season game, that was something to remember. Him throwing, was it in 2014? He threw 6 touchdowns in back-to-back weeks. And if I'm not mistaken, that's still the only time that's ever happened. That was crazy. Yeah, those were the days, man. Had they had the defense that they have now with the Killer Bees, that definitely would have been something. That definitely would have been a dynasty there. But, oh well. It is what it is. Same thing with AB, man. I mean, he was probably could have been on pace to be the greatest wide receiver of all time. And I'm not saying that as bias, okay? But he was something else, man. In his prime, AB, one of the best. I'd say one of the best to ever do it. I'm not going to say he was the GOAT wide receiver, but had he stayed in Pittsburgh and, other factors as well, which I'm not going to get into, but had everything gone right for AB, he definitely would have been one of the greatest to ever do it, or probably even the greatest to ever do it. I truly believe that. All right, so we got 1st and 10 here from the 32-yard line, from the Packers 32. Eagles have it. 8:47 left in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to Barkley, who gets a good gain of about 8 yards. There you go. Barkley starting to get some yardage there. All right, they're going to go no huddle here. Although they're still taking their time. 2nd and 2. I'd probably just run it again. Yeah, they're really taking their time here. Oh, they do a little option route, and it doesn't really work there. He's stopped right at the line. Yeah, the color rush jerseys that the Steelers have are probably my second favorite Steeler jersey of all time. For one reason or another, I like the Bumblebee jerseys. I don't know why. They might just be so ugly to me that I just like them. I can't explain why I like those jerseys. I know people say that those are the most ugliest uniforms of all time. I actually kind of like them. All right, they fake the handoff on 3rd down, and they get an incomplete pass. Is there an intentional grounding, or is that a fumble? They call the play dead. Okay, they might review that, though. Let's see. Let's see if his hand was going forward during that. Pressure came right away, man. No, yeah, that's a forward pass. Good call from the Zebras right there, I'd say. Oh, let's see. I don't know why, man. Nowadays, I just get skeptical whenever the refs take their time with plays or with calls. Yeah, his hand was going forward. That's an incomplete. That is. All right, so that's another point. Hey, man, now it's all of a sudden into a defensive game. I didn't think I was going to say that. In fact, what? 3 punts and 3 drives? But yeah, those killer the Bumblebee jerseys, I can't explain why to you. I always wanted one, and I can't get my hands on them for some reason. You know, I think it's a forgotten jersey in Steeler history, but I liked it. You know, but I do like the new throwback set they use nowadays. I mean, I actually kind of like it more than the jerseys they have now. You know, they're alternate throwbacks. I think they should probably go back to them for home and away. I like the look more, even though it looks more like a what college team is it? Iowa that has the block numbering with the shoulders like the Steelers. Is it Iowa? I think it's Iowa. The best in the NFL. I've always liked the Saints. I've always liked the Saints jerseys. Their colorway is just cool. The Chargers, although their team hasn't been good recently, they do have some really nice uniforms, man. They really do. I might give it to the Chargers. And they're all navy jerseys and pants. That might be the best in the NFL, man. I have a hot take. I think the Eagles Kelly Green is overrated. The Eagles Kelly Green jerseys are overrated. Not to say that they're bad. Not to say that they're ugly jerseys. But people hype them up so much. So much. Like, people say that that's the greatest jersey ever for NFL history. I don't think so. I don't think so. I do like Mitchell and Ness. They make some good stuff. But a lot of their things are kind of expensive. But whenever I get the money, man, I try to get something from there. They do have some good stuff, though. I will say that. I like the throwback look that they have for not just for jerseys, but for jackets and stuff, too. They just have that throwback type feel to all the stuff that they have. Oh, you know what team I didn't think of? The Texans. They have some their new uniforms are pretty cool too. All right, so the Packers have it from the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. They got Jacobs in the back. They hand it to Jacobs, who breaks off one tackle, and he gets to about the 22-yard line. So it's a gain of about 9 yards. Man, he had a fight for those 9 yards too, towards the end. But the best helmets, I'll be honest, I don't pay attention to helmets too much. The Texans have some pretty cool helmets. Like their newer ones. I do. I like the Steeler helmets when they wore the yellow ones. They did used to wear yellow ones at some point. Those are pretty cool. They should bring those back. The yellow helmets that the Steelers used to have. And the Packers get a first down. That's a nice gain of about 7-8 on that play. But there is a flag, a late flag. Yeah, Steelers used to have some yellow helmets that they wore as a throwback. Hopefully they bring them back. You know, the NFL's not as strict with helmets, which why were they so strict with different colored helmets? I don't know. But I like those. Texans have quite a few of them now. I don't really like the Packers all white ones. You know, I know they have a new all-white uniform. I don't really like it too much. The Vikings all-white ones, though, are pretty cool. The helmets and the uniforms. I'm trying to think of helmets, man. The Steelers one's iconic because they only have the logo on one side. That's an iconic helmet, though. All right, so they got 2nd and 11 because of the penalty. Love throws it. Intercepted. Did he have possession of the ball? What's the call on the field? Looked like he got it. Yep, interception. That is not what you needed if you're the Packers, man. Wow, big play from the Eagles defense. Defenses are looking a lot better this second half. Let's see what Love was looking at there. Oh, the safety just picked it up, man. Good play by the safety. Yep. That's a pick. Or let's see. Didn't have possession. Ball never hit the ground. That's a pick. Oh, no. Is this the turning point of the game here? Damn. All right. Hurts has time. Throws it to Smith for a gain of about 8 or 9. Okay. Now the Eagles have a chance to take advantage of the short field. Packers had their chances. Now it's the Eagles' chance. Now it's the Eagles' turn. Let's see what they do with the short field. 2nd and 2. Shotgun formation. Barkley to Hurts' left. Hands it out to Barkley, who gets the first down and a few yards more to about the 11-yard line. So now they have another shot at the first down. Oh, man. This game's getting intriguing, man. Getting exciting. All right. Oh, they have 3 wide receivers to the left. Hands it off to Barkley again, who's fighting for some yardage there. For a gain of about 8. Yeah, that was pretty much the same as a few plays ago. All right. Yeah, man. Eagles got to score a touchdown here. And if I'm scoring a touchdown right here, if I'm the Eagles, I'm going for 2. Make it a 6-point game. 2nd and 1. Hands it off again. Once again to Barkley, who pushes the way into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Or now they're kind of contemplating what to call. That looked like a touchdown to me. All right. Eagles back in front, man. When Barkley's on the field, yes. When he was with the Giants, he was a little injury prone, though. That's kind of the problem. It's almost like Christian McCaffrey when he was with the Panthers. You know, he was definitely up there with the top running backs. I mean, I'd put Christian McCaffrey as number 1 to this day, but he was injured a lot. I kind of feel the same way with Barkley. All right, so they don't go for 2; they just kick the extra point. And makes it a 5-point game, 31-26. So the Eagles capitalize on their short field. That's worth noting right now. Packers had 2 short fields, and that's why the Eagles are on top. All right, man. But yeah, running backs, I don't know. It's kind of... running backs don't get respect anymore in the NFL. I'm not sure why. I don't know what has changed in the game to make it that way. You know, first it's fullbacks. Now it's running backs. I don't know if teams are just throwing the ball more or what. But, yeah, I mean, the one that's truly still utilized like crazy. Well, I don't know like crazy, but It's obviously Christian McCaffrey. Which you could still make an argument you could utilize him even more. Just saying. I don't know why running backs or teams are so hesitant to pay running backs nowadays, you know? I don't know if it's because running backs have just been such injury prone lately or what. But like even a running back, Najee Harris, he hasn't gotten paid yet. You know, to me, I think he's done more than enough to get paid. I know some Steelers fans don't like Najee as the running back. Is he a top 5 running back in the league? No. But then again, he's at over 1,000 yards his first 3 seasons with under average offensive line, you know? Yeah, I don't understand why running backs don't get respect anymore. Maybe it's because teams are just have to overcharge their quarterbacks now. Because quarterbacks are getting paid a lot nowadays. A lot. I don't know I forgot what or who started the trend, but the price has been going up and up and up and up. I mean, even Kirk Cousins is getting paid a lot of money, which, don't get me wrong, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. Okay, he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's elite, though. He's got an elite agent, though. Kirk Cousins has an elite agent. Or even Trevor Lawrence, he's getting paid a lot. Which, can he be a top 10 quarterback in the league? I mean, sure, but he still hasn't proved that he's a top 10 in the league, you know? All right, so we just saw another touchback here. You know, I think they should change the kickoff rule. There's not enough returns, man. There's not enough returns with this old rule, with this old kickoff rule. They should change it. All right, 1st and 10, Packers at the 30. Love has time to throw, gets it for a gain of about 9. Yeah, quarterbacks have been taking a lot of money, man, and getting a lot of money. I mean, it's even to the point where I think that's the reason why the Cowboys are hesitant with Dak, because they know they're going to have to pay him like crazy. Which, I don't know, Andrew, you tell me, is Dak Prescott worth the amount that they might have to try to pay him? All right, we got a handoff to Jacobs, who gets the first down. That's again about 3 or 4 yards. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Dak's worth the amount of money that he is eventually going to get paid. I don't know what team's going to pay him, whether it's the Cowboys. I'm even hearing the Raiders name thrown in there. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Love throws it, broken up by Mitchell. Even guys like Brock Purdy are going to have to get paid at some point, which it's going to be hard for the Niners to do. It is. I don't know what they're going to have to restructure contracts, a lot of contracts. And, oh, man. See, this is why I'm not a GM in the NFL. I don't know. I can't make these decisions, man. All right, we got 2nd and 10. A little screen pass to Jacobs, who gets the first down. That's a gain of about 11 or 12. Yep. Playing QB is hard, and playing quarterback is hard, and paying a quarterback is hard as well nowadays. rumor has it that the Raiders might get Dak Prescott next offseason, which how is there already news for next offseason? That's crazy, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the Cowboys are better off drafting a quarterback. Who knows? But I also think it's time for Jerry Jones to probably step down too. I'm very aware of the Steelers quarterback situation, all right? I'm very much aware. I am. You know what? If there's one thing I'll criticize Tomlin for, it's he's never really developed a quarterback yet. As long as he's been in the NFL, for as long as Tomlin has been a head coach in the NFL, he hasn't developed a quarterback. He tried with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett didn't work. I guess that's really the only quarterback. But still, I hope you get my point. All right, Packers have first and 10 on the Eagles side of the field. Handoff to Jacobs, who turns it up the field. Gets a big gain of about 25. There you go, Jacobs. I don't want the Steelers to get Dak Prescott either. I hope the Steelers don't get Dak Prescott. I don't think it'd be a good fit. That's it. I don't think Prescott is a terrible quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's elite, but I also think he wouldn't fit with the Steelers scheme. That's how I see it. All right, they give the ball to the hot hand Jacobs once again, and he only gains about a yard that time. Eagles knew what was coming. My goodness, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to realize that the Cowboys and Steelers are kind of in the same predicament right here. Unsure about the quarterback situation, haven't had playoff success in at least 15 years. You know, I know for the Cowboys it's been more, but still they're somewhat alike, huh? Man. All right. Second and 10. Little dump off to Jacobs again, and he gets, or no, that wasn't Jacobs, but gets it at the line of scrimmage. Dak does choke in the playoffs, which is why he's not a good fit for the Steelers. Maybe Dak Prescott would work with the Raiders. Maybe. But if I'm the Cowboys, he hasn't really won anything meaningful, and he's been in the league since, 2015, 2016? That's a long time, man. That's already, 7-8 years that he's been in the league, and he still hasn't had that meaningful drive or anything. 3rd and 10 for the Packers here. Love throws it incomplete, in and out of the hands. He juggled that one, man. Dak will work with the Niners. Oh. Okay. The Niners couldn't afford Dak, though. Even if they could get him, they couldn't. I don't think they could afford him. I think the Niners will be all right with Purdy, you know. But then again, we don't really know exactly how good Brock Purdy is yet. Packers have their field goal attempt right here, and it is no good. From 43, he missed from 43 yards, man. Wow. That might be the momentum shifter right there. Did it hit off the upright? Yep, right off the upright. All right, you know what? I think the Niners, as of right now, should stick with Purdy. But, I mean, I'll agree. We still don't know how good Purdy is because he does have a lot of weapons there in Frisco. All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles, man. It's the handoff to Barkley. Barkley turns it up the field. Does he got it? Oh, what? He had one man to get past, but he couldn't. Still a big play for Philadelphia to end off the 3rd quarter. I think momentum has shifted, man. That missed field goal, I think, shifted the momentum there. If I had my money where Brock would go, it'd be Las Vegas. Unless the Raiders get a quarterback in the draft, which they should have gotten a quarterback in the draft this offseason. They should go after Dak or something like that. You know? I don't know what the Raiders were thinking this offseason. The Raiders could have gotten a quarterback in the draft. They should have gotten a quarterback in the draft. I think the Falcons just not liking the Raiders for some reason, and that's why they got Penix. I don't know. That's the biggest hole in the Raiders game right now, and it's a huge one. Barkley's starting to have himself a nice game now. I know in the first half he wasn't really turning it up, but with that run, he actually, let's see. Oh, he's got 60 yards on the ground. I agree, Hyman. People do underestimate the Steelers, but I mean, you know what? No losing seasons, in my eyes, means it's meaningless, man. It is, because they still, I mean, they haven't made an AFC Championship game since 2016. You know, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm tired of hearing that narrative from NFL reporters and stuff. You know, it sounds like a cool stat. Don't get me wrong. You know, but the series, it's really just being middle of the pack or going to the playoffs in the wild card and getting and losing. That's really what the Steelers have been since 2017, man. And it's unfortunate. It is. So hopefully that changes this year, man. At least one playoff win. That's all I care about. Just one playoff win. That's all I'm asking for from the Steelers this year. That's my hope. Obviously, I want them to win the Super Bowl. But if we could get one playoff win, I'll be fine. I'll be satisfied with that. Damn, it's 62 degrees out there, man, in Brazil. Wish we had that out here. Oh, batted down. They tried to go with the screenplay right there, but it was batted right away. Hey, if Russ or Fields does a good enough job, that's all the Steelers need. That is their way to the Super Bowl. It is the quarterback position, okay? They have a championship defense. I really do believe the Steelers have a championship defense. And they've had a championship defense for, what, three years now? Something like that. Defense has been really good. When healthy, they've had a really good defense. 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles. Go, Hurts, throws it to his tight end, who gets the first down. Now they have the ball at about the 22-yard line. Oh, Packers need a stop here. I mean, it's not do or die yet for the Packers, but you don't want to be down 2 possessions at this point in the game. All right. Hurts in a shotgun all alone. You got one-on-one on the outside right there. Hurts throws it to Brown, who gets the first down, man. I'm telling you, that missed field goal. I saw the momentum just switch because the Packers were having a good drive right there until that missed field goal. A.J. Brown's starting to have himself a nice game too. Packers need this red zone stop, man. All right, here we go. Fakes it to Barkley, and they just read it. I mean, they weren't fooling anyone on that play. Good play by the Packers defense. They knew exactly what the Eagles were doing there. So that's what, 2nd and 12? 2nd and 13. Eagles have 3 receivers to the left. Fakes the handoff. Pump fakes it. Has time. Throws it. Oh, that should have been an interception. Oh, Packers needed that. Wow. Oh, wow. He read that and everything. That might have been a pick six too. Nixon had that read perfectly. Just couldn't hang on to it. 3rd and 13. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, or 3 receivers right. Hurts alone in the backfield. Gets the ball. Rolls to his right. Throws it to the end zone, and that's intercepted. He tried to force one in the end zone. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He's trying to return that from the end zone. What are you doing? Was that Alexander? Oh. He could have just taken the knee, man. Now the Packers have themselves a play. All right. They could have had better field position, but oh well. I guess he wanted to take it to the house. All right. Let's see what the Packers got going on this drive, man. They don't need a touchdown, but there's still a lot of time left in the game, but we'll see. Yeah, man, I didn't get to see many Steeler games live last year. My work schedule was something else. So I didn't really get to watch most Steeler games last year. I didn't really get to watch many NFL games, if any, man. Because I would work in the early afternoon to like 9 o'clock every day. So I couldn't really watch NFL like that last year. This year's a different story, though. This year's a different story. So I'm going to come back for that Pick 6 championship. All right. Better believe that. All right. I could do my studying. I could scout and everything. So the Pick 6 champ, got to watch out. All right, man. So we're calling it right here. Who's winning the game? The Packers or the Eagles? I think the Packers come back and win this game. I don't know why Hurts forced the ball into the end zone right there. And the Steelers have a pretty tough schedule this year too, man. They need to capitalize on the first half of the season. If they don't, might be a rough one, man. It really might be. But also, the Steelers did play really good in the AFC North last year. I'll throw that out there as well. But to play all your division rivals in the best division towards the end of the season twice, then you throw in KC and Philly. I mean, that's tough, man. That really is. And in 2 of those games, they're going to have short rest too. And in one of those situations, they have to play Baltimore on Saturday and the Chiefs on a Wednesday on Christmas Day. So that's definitely a tough one, man. All right, here we go. Packers hands it off to Jacobs, who pushes upfield, breaks a tackle to the 40, to the 45. Big play for the Packers there. Josh Jacobs with a nice run. There you go. I tell you, man, the Packers really should be winning this game, though. They really should be. They've had a lot of missed opportunities, including the missed field goal that they had last drive. They should be winning by at least, 3? I'd say, right? Hands it off to Jacobs once again, and that time, the Eagles were ready, man. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Lost of about a yard. Oh, yeah, let's see what happened with the interception. Oh, he was open. Okay, he was open, and then he slipped a little bit. Wow. From the camera angle, it didn't look like he was open, but he was open. He was wide open. A.J. Brown was wide open that play. Then he slipped, and Alexander took advantage of that. Packers get about a 5-yard gain right there. All right. 11 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter here. Packers driving a little bit, at midfield. Third down, 3rd and 5. Here you go. I mean, at this point, you need to at least get 3. From midfield. Play clock starting to wind down a little bit. Gets a snap. Has time. Love throws it downfield. Wide open. With a nice grab, man. That is a big gain for the Packers right there. All right. Now the Packers are knocking on the door. Reed, how many yards does Reed have? Reed's having himself a really nice game. Let's see. He's got, 2 touchdowns as well? 3 receptions, 105 yards. Wow. On 3 receptions. All right. Packers from the 24. Oh, big hole. Gets it to about the 14-yard line. Gain of about 9. Hey, man. The NFL gave Brazil a really good game. All right? They really did. I mean, and clearly, if you're the Packers, you're definitely going for 2 once you get the touchdown, or if you get the touchdown, I should say. That's not a guarantee. 2nd and 1. Man in motion. Play action. Has time. Rolls to his right. Throws it to his running back, who gets the first down, although he did take a big hit. But he gets the first down nonetheless and hangs on to the ball. See what LaFleur's got cooking up, man. He's a really good head coach, LaFleur. He's one of the better ones in the league. Might even be top 5, man. All right. Shotgun formation. Hands it off. Jacobs has a little bit of space. Fighting still up. And they're going to calm down at about the 8. All right. Yeah, I want to say LaFleur's the best head coach in the league. I'd give it to Andy Reid still. Obviously, with that dynasty that the Chiefs have had, Andy Reid, probably number 1. I like what D'Amico did last year with the Texans, but it's still too early to call him the best. Tomlin is up there. I do put Reed in front of Tomlin, though. Packers play action pass. Throws it out of bounds. Didn't really have any receivers open there. But yeah, man. Andy Reid still doing his thing. Which is crazy how much success Andy Reid has had since leaving Philadelphia. I wonder how Eagles fans feel about that. 3 Super Bowls since leaving Philly. He didn't even have a Super Bowl in Philly. So that's even more crazy. But both teams have had their successes since he left. So I guess, it's good both ways, right? 3rd and 5 here. Love throws it to the end zone. Is there a flag? No flag. Okay. Incomplete. Do they go for it on 4th down? 4th and 5. 4th and medium. They don't have to. They don't have to. They could have thrown a flag. Oh, in this day in NFL, that's a rough in the passer. In this age of NFL, that's a rough in the passer. All right, they're going with the chip shot field goal, which is the right move here. 26-yarder. Does he get it this time? Yes, he does. So yet again, if you would have made the last field goal, they would have been in the lead. Man, the Packers really should be winning this game right now. We'll see. They still have a shot. They just need 1, maybe 2 big stops on defense and a score on offense. That's all they need. NFL Sunday Ticket. Wonder what the best matchup is on Sunday. I'd probably give it to the Cowboys and Browns is a pretty interesting matchup for Sunday. Houston and Indianapolis is a pretty nice matchup. That's about it, honestly. I mean, the Sunday night game, obviously the Rams and the Lions, that's a pretty good matchup. As far as the day games, I'd probably give it to Dallas and Cleveland. That's almost a 50-50 matchup. Not a believer in Deshaun Watson. I'm not. He was really good in Houston. Hasn't looked the same since hitting Cleveland. And it's weird that the team looked better with Joe Flacco as their starter last year. They probably should have kept Joe Flacco. Here you go, the nitty-gritty of this game right here. Jordan Love eating some fruit snacks on the sideline or something. Oh, banana. Huh. That was a weird switch to commercial break. But yeah. Also, Pat Freiermuth getting an extension. Was it today or yesterday? I'm pretty sure it's today. Great move by the Steelers. Great move. He's one of the better tight ends in the league. Is he number 1? No. Can he be top 10? Absolutely. Absolutely. Pat Freiermuth, when you utilize him, can definitely be one of the better tight ends in the league. When someone can get him the ball. Huh. Wonder how much tickets were for this game out there. And the kickoff is away. And that is another touchback. We've seen so many returns. So many kick returns. I wonder what the capacity of that stadium is. It's only 2 levels. They're showing the change. That's pretty cool. That is a nice looking stadium, though. I'll say that. That's a really nice looking stadium. I'm sure the atmosphere for soccer is 20 times better, though. All right, Eagles can put away the game here. They're running the ball, and they get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of about 3. All right, Packers need to stop. Eagles shouldn't start running out the clock yet. I mean, they're still half the quarter, so they shouldn't play too conservative at all. I'd still throw the ball. But they also do have Barkley, which is one of the best, you know? Oh, A.J. Brown walks to the sideline. That's not good. Oh, he took a big hit. Ooh. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. Who knows? Eagles can't afford that injury, man. I have not been to Pittsburgh. That is definitely on my bucket list, though, man. One day, I'll really go. I'll be going to Pittsburgh one day, man. 2nd and 12 here for the Eagles. With a little over 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Hurts looking like he's calling an audible here. Fakes the handoff to Barkley. Has time to throw it. Has a lot of time to throw it. No one's open, though. And it looks like, he's got to watch the pressure from the behind him. And he throws it incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though. Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'm able to go to Pittsburgh, man. Definitely on my bucket list. And I definitely will make my way there one day. Holding on the defense for Green Bay. And that is a costly holding call for the Packers. I'll say this. When I do go to Pittsburgh, I would want to go to a primetime game. I don't know why. That just sounds cool. You know, we don't get 8 o'clock games out here. So to go to an 8 o'clock game sounds pretty cool to me. I don't know. At least for NFL-wise, we don't get 8 o'clock games. 1st and 10 off the penalty, and they give it to Barkley, who breaks off a tackle and gains about 8 or 9 yards. Yeah, I think he's been to 2. He's been to 2 games in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I've gone to Steelers. I've gone to Arizona, and I went to the one last year in at SoFi. I think I've gone to 4 Steeler games now? Something like that. I've been to 4 Steeler games. Not in Pittsburgh, though. 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Handing it off to Barkley once again. I don't hate what the Eagles are doing here. I mean, you have one of the best in the business here in Barkley, so they're just going to run it down their throats. Yeah, I have this crazy thought of, like, getting an RV or something and driving to Pittsburgh. Something crazy like that. I don't know. I don't think I'd do that for my first time, though. All right. Eagles are moving the ball effectively here. They're going to pass it right here unless it's a quarterback draw. False start. Yep. Let's bring the ball back a little bit. Or they call a timeout. Eagles call a timeout. 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Oy. But yeah, ideally, I think I'm aiming towards, I don't know, hopefully within the next 3 years, I could go to Pittsburgh, man. And hopefully the team's doing really good, you know? I would try to go to a big game too. Like if it's against Dallas or Baltimore, Cincinnati, even, you know, one of those teams. Big division game or just a big rivalry game. Or even against the Patriots. I still don't like the Patriots. Even though they suck now, I still don't like the Patriots. All right, first attempt for the Eagles here. Hurts dancing around in the pocket. He's going to take off with his legs. And he just gives himself up. Nice play by Hurts. You know, you don't want to get blasted as a quarterback. It's getting about, what, 7? Hey, he could have passed it to AJ right there. Or maybe he thought he felt pressure behind him. Yeah. All right. 2nd and 2. Little less than 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Hurts has it. Throws a little screen pass to 14, and there is a flag on the play. Might have been just short of the first down, depending on where they marked it. Let's see what the flag's on, though. The ball's coming back. Illegal formation. But yeah, this year I'll try to go live for most Steeler games. I know they play on Christmas. I won't go live for that one for obvious reasons. But hopefully almost every game. I'll do almost every game for the Steelers. We'll just have to wait and see, man. I do plan on doing it on Thursday. On Sunday. All right, we got 2nd and 7. Fakes the handoff. Is pressured. Throws it. Almost picked off. Alexander with the night. Oh, they're going to call him for a flag, though. They're going to call a flag on that. Let's see. Ref's talking it over. Oh, ineligible man downfield. Okay. I thought they were calling it on Alexander. That just looked like good defense right there. Oh, yeah, that's good defense right there, man. All right. Eagles need this first down. Packers need this stop. One's got to give here, man. 3rd and 7, 4:43 left in fourth. Looks like Hurts sees something in the Packers defense. Let's see. Hurts has time to throw. Has a lot of time to throw. Now scrambles. Trying to get the first down on his legs, and he does not. Packers are all over him. What's up with another flag, man? What's up with all these flags? Oh, don't tell me they called that on the Packers right there because of that hit. Let's see. What do the refs got cooking up over here? What's part of this script right now? Do the Eagles finish this game, this drive, or do the Packers come back and win it? Oh, they call it on defense. No, he did. Wow. Holding. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there was a hold there. That gives the Eagles an automatic first down, which is the complete opposite of what you wanted to do here. Hands it off to Barkley, who doesn't get much there, about 2 yards. Okay. Well, at least the Packers didn't burn all their timeouts this half, man. That's a good thing. You know, this time in the second half, they didn't have any timeouts left. So at least they preserved their timeouts this half. Love just nervously waiting there, just wanting that opportunity. I couldn't imagine what that feels like as a quarterback, man. Just hoping your defense gets a stop for you, man. 2nd and 8. Man in motion. Hurts. Gonna show off his legs once again. Takes an angle, and he fights for the first down. What a play by Hurts. All right, this might be around the time where the Packers are going to start having to use their timeouts. I wouldn't use it yet, but it's around that time. Oh, let's see. Did he get it? Looks like he got it. Yep. All right. Little over 3 minutes left. Gets the handoff, and Packers were just all over that. Okay. You take a timeout right now if you're the Packers? I might. You know, you could make sure you get the ball before the 2-minute warning with 1 timeout left. But we'll see what the Packers do. 2nd and 13. Really good drive from the Eagles here. They're in a shotgun formation. Barkley to Hurts' right. Pressure coming. They're throwing the ball. Completes it. Breaks a tackle. And gets the first down. That's a killer. That forces the Packers to take a timeout now. I'm pretty sure my voice cracked for some reason there. I don't know why. I guess I'm not used to talking a lot. Gutsy play from the Eagles there. I wouldn't have thrown it there, but oh well. It worked, right? All right. So the Packers did use their first timeout with 2:15 left in the fourth quarter. Eagles are in field goal range, but that's not even really much of a factor right now. Packers do need to stop, though. They might just use all their timeouts before the 2-minute warning. Let's see. Now, you definitely don't throw it here if you're Philly. They run it. Gain of about 2, maybe 3. Packers use another timeout. They're going to try to make sure that they get it before or right when the 2-minute warning hits. All right. I'll be right back, guys. And the Eagles just sealed it, huh? Damn it, I missed it. All right, well, 2-minute warning hits. Eagles got it first and goal with Packers having one timeout. I mean, that's pretty much it. So, Eagles. Oh, shoot. I just realized my mic wasn't on. So, Packers, that first quarter really came back to bite them. They had 2 short fields, only scored 6 points off of that. So, that is not good, man. They could have easily have won this game if they would have capitalized on both those. And even the missed field goal, you know. So, just didn't capitalize, and that's why the Eagles are going to come away with this win, man. So, that's what it is, man. And the Eagles were able to capitalize when they had a short field. That's also what mattered, too. Even though they struggled in that first quarter, both teams had their struggles in the first quarter, but Eagles were able to turn it up in the second half more than the Packers did. So, here's what it is, man. Maybe Philly's a little bit more better than I thought they'd be this year. Or maybe it's just that the game was in Brazil. I don't know. Might be a fluke, man. It's only week 1. You know, there's some upsets and weird things that do happen in week 1. I'll say that at least. Got Justin Herbert on the commercial right here. Man, the Chargers could really build around Justin Herbert if they're able to do it right, you know? We'll see what Harbaugh has cooking up right there. I'm sure it's going to pay off for the Chargers at some point, but I don't see it within the next 2 years at least. Maybe the third. Not the first 2, though. Barkley with 3 touchdowns in his debut. Wow. Jaden Reed had a really good game, too. A.J. Brown, 5 receptions, 119 yards, and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Hurts. All right, so pretty much all the Eagles are going to try to do is run out the clock. I don't even think you even try to get in the end zone. Little handoff. Okay. Gain of about 2. Packers take their last timeout. I'm trying to figure out the math here. I'm trying to see if the Packers even still have mathematically a chance. I don't think they do, though. I see Kenny Pickett. I saw Kenny Pickett on the sideline right there, man. KP. He had his chance, man, to compete with Russell Wilson to be the Steelers starter for this season, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there with Pickett. I mean, I wasn't certain of him being the franchise guy in Pittsburgh, but I wasn't completely against him getting a third, being a starter for the third straight year or for the third year. Hurts hands it off once again to Barkley, who gets short. He's about at the 1. Okay, so the Packers technically have a shot. But it's almost pretty much over. They're going to run it down all the way to about 1 second. I don't know. They got, 30 seconds if the Packers get the ball back with no timeouts? And sometimes you just lose like that, man. Lack of execution. Oh, yeah, they're just going to run out the clock and start taking timeouts here. 1:12. So, yeah, even if the Packers do get the ball, they'll only get it with about 30-ish seconds. Saquon does look happy to be in an Eagles uniform, though. Hey, maybe he's just hoping that it'd be different, man. Yeah, he wound up having a really good game. 109 yards rushing, 23 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 receiving, man. That's a pretty good game right there. Okay, let's see what kind of play the Eagles run here. I mean, they're definitely running the ball. Oh, they're going to do the tush push. Oh, they didn't get it. They did not get it. Wow. Wait, was that even the tush push? It looked like they did something a little different there. It looked like a alternative tush push right there. Oh, no, he fumbled it. And it was picked up by Barkley. Wow. That could have been really bad. I remember there's a few plays, or the play a few years ago when Josh Allen had it in the end zone against the Vikings, and he wound up fumbling it. They're pretty much in victory formation. They were up by 4, and he wound up fumbling it, and the Vikings wound up scoring a touchdown when the Bills literally all they had to do was run out the clock. That almost could have happened, I guess, kind of right here. That was a crazy game. Okay, so the Packers are going to get a last chance with about 20 seconds left on the clock. So if all goes right here for Philly, it's 34-29. Unless they fake it, which there's really no point of it. Chip shot field goal here for Jake. 21-yarder. Damn, man. All right, here we go. From the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good from 21 yards. 34-29. There's a flag on the play. Why is this on Green Bay? If the flag's on Green Bay, my goodness. Let's see what they're going to call here. Offside. Okay. Doesn't really do anything then. So the Packers will get it. There's 27 seconds left on the clock. Down by 5. Do they have a miracle here? Well, I guess it also depends on where they have it on the field too, you know. Something weird could happen. They could kick it before the landing zone and it could end up at the 40. Free kick out of bounds, which that rarely happens. Even if you get it at the 30, I mean, that's not terrible field position. But with 27 seconds left, no timeouts, that's going to be hard either way. Can Jordan Love pull an Aaron Rodgers? Let's see, man. How good of an arm does Jordan Love have? Not too sure. Let's see how this kickoff works. This kickoff is actually kind of huge here. I'll admit, this is where the kickoff rule gets a little bit exciting. But I'm sure he's just going to kick it to the end zone, which would be the smarter play. And that's exactly what they do. And he runs it out. And that was interesting. He tried to run it out from halfway into the end zone. So now the Packers have terrible field position to start off the drive with 22 seconds left. So we're going to try something weird here. They might do a little quick pass to one of the corners there. And then they could do, I guess, a couple of those plays, right? Well, this game's pretty much over. So let's see. Let's see what the Packers have. From the 16-yard line. Love rolls left. Throws it pretty far. Has a man open. Did he have possession of it? Did he catch it? Are they calling it a catch? They called it a catch. All right, you want to hurry up. You don't want them to review. You got to hurry up here. Let's see. Good catch. Good catch by Reed if he held on. That looks like a catch. That was a catch. Wow, what a play by the Packers here. And they get the snap off. All right. Love can't get sacked here. Throws a lateral. Jacobs running it out of bounds. Now, okay. It's kind of realistic here. They have a shot. They have a shot. But Love goes down. Oh, no, man. Love is down, and he's injured, man. Oh, wow. Malik Willis is the Packers backup. Let's see. Let's see what the hit. He did get hit pretty good. Oh, is his leg? Ooh, no. Yeah, he's still on the ground, man. Malik Willis warming up on the sideline right there. Trying to get back on his feet. Looks like he's getting taken out of the game here. Wow. Well, hopefully for the Packers, it's not too serious, man. Malik Willis is getting warmed up. 2022 draft pick. You know, he was drafted by Tennessee 2 years ago. Tennessee had high hopes for him. And a lot of people had high hopes on Malik Willis. But so far, his NFL career has not been as good as people thought it would. Because some were saying he was going to be the next guy for Tennessee, which didn't turn out that well. He did just get traded to Green Bay. Hasn't been that long. It's only been, a week or so, if even that. And he's going to try to win the game for the Packers here. So let's see, man. Final play. Well, I guess they could go for a little short pass, too, if they want to. All right, Willis. They do go for a short pass. Incomplete. Now they're going to go for a Hail Mary. Malik Willis' biggest play of his career right here, man. Let's see. Love on the bench. Hopefully the injury isn't too serious for the Packers, man. All right. From the 47. Final play. 3rd and 6. Willis slips a little bit. Gets sacked. He couldn't even get the throw off. And that's the final play. And the Eagles close it out with 34-29, man. In Brazil. History. All right. Wow. He couldn't even get throw off. He slipped. Slipping was a theme here in this game. I'll say that too. Players were slipping. Players were tripping. There was field conditions probably didn't look like they were all that this game. Heartbreaker for the Packers, but I think the main story is right now with Jordan Love, man. Oh, Hurts going to the Packers sideline. Damn. It's not looking good right now for Love. Wow. He was pressure. Willis was pressure on that last play, and he couldn't get the throw off, and the slip was what screwed him over. Because it looked like he was about to roll a little bit more, step back a little bit more, and then chunk it, but he slipped, and then the defender was right there. Well, that's it for the game, man. It was a pretty good game. Pretty solid, but that was my first live. I do plan on going live for most of the Series games this season, so we'll just have to wait and see. I do plan on going live on Sunday, but for that one, guys, I don't know if I'll drop a video in between then. We'll see, but I'll catch you guys later, man. I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Have a good one, man.